you really should let me have a go. Because
No,
I've
no,
not
you
seen
can't
her
have a go,
before.
no.
Yes, you should let me have a first kiss.
That ain't cheating.
No,
You're always after the virtue, aren't you?
not. I'm after the wife.
This one's mine now. The wife.
The best man is supposed to get the wife.
No, no, you can't.
First shot at it.
Not this time, no.
Yes, he is.
Oh, no, he's not.
You can look after the bridesmaids.
Look
Look, she's still young.
Well, you know what she's like. She's always like. Got a
All right. Especially when you walked in. I couldn't have believed that. Well, it just looks so funny.
Look, I'll buy you a drink yourself when we get back.
Right, you're on.
Say cheese.
Excuse me, love. Would you mind getting out of the way? I'm trying to do a professional job here, you know.
Sorry, I'm sure.
Yeah, so now you know.
Cheek.
Right.
Well, it won't be long before they're back, Mrs. Walker.
No.
Cake looks bonny.
Yes.
Looks good enough to eat. Do you know how long it's been, Mrs. Walker, since I first became a widower? 3 years.
And I've been a widow for 9 years.
Ah, well, it's not easy.
No.
See you later, mate, yeah.
Get in the car, love. Look this way, love.
Just one more.
Oh,
Just
That's
one
lovely.
more, girl.
oh. See you again.
Bye. Ta-ra!
Well, they're married. Come on, cheer up. You've not lost your big lad, you know. You've got a daughter as well now.
That went to smashing out, girl.
Very nice, love. Very nice indeed, yeah.
Yes, it did. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I could murder a drink. Come on, let's get off to that pub.
What an idea. Come on, darling.
Still no sign of them, Fred.
Not yet, Mrs. Walker. Shouldn't be long now, though.
And where's Bet? I only gave her permission to go to the service on the strict understanding that she came straight back. At last.
Here I am, Mrs. Walker. I said I'd be back before the wedding party, and I am, but only just.
Oh, here comes the bride.
Looking terrific.
My dears, may I offer my congratulations?
Thanks, Mrs. Walker.
Thank you very much.
You're both so young and there's so much ahead of you. I hope you'll be very happy indeed. And may I say, dear, you look absolutely radiant.
Thanks.
You're a very lucky young man.
Oh, I know. Dave keeps telling me.
Now, Fred, will you do the honours? I've owned a bottle of champagne. I hope you'll have a drink with me, will you?
Yes, great.
And I think, as we've got a very busy day ahead of us, that you should have a glass, Bet, and you too, Fred.
Cheers, Mrs.
very
Walker.
much.
The very best to you both.
Well, I said congratulations to you both at church, but I will wish you again. Cheers, Gail, and you, Brian.
Here, here.
Cheers.
Thanks. Everybody's been smashing.
So they should.
Oh,
Right, there they are. Come on. What are you two drinking?
Oh, we've already got one, eh? Champagne. Hey, brought you that.
Mrs. Walker.
Thanks very much, Mrs. Walker. Well,
I dare say she'll put it on, Bill.
Give everybody a drink as they come in. Look at the purple
Hey, no, come over, I'll get him in.
no, you won't. It's all done. Keep your money away. Look, see, I've told you it's taken care of. You get plenty of chance later to pay. Thanks, Pat.
Everything all right, love? Fine. Oh, I'll see you in a minute.
Now then, Mrs. Tilsley. You'll have to answer to Mrs. Tilsley now, you know.
I like it.
Well, just to say all you wish yourself, you and your husband. A little present from me and Stan. Oh, it's nothing very special. It's only a nutmeg grater, but you'll find it very useful when you've got a kitchen of your own. Like I say, it's not much. It's just the thought.
It's very kind of you, Hilda. You shouldn't have bothered.
Oh, well, we've always been good neighbours, haven't we? I hear Elsitana won't be coming then.
No, she can't make it. She's poorly.
Ah, what a shame. You'll have an empty chair at the do.
No, we won't.
Pardon?
We won't have an empty seat because Father Harris is coming.
Oh. Oh, well, that'll be very nice.
Hey, Hilda, love, come on. Come and have a drink with me. Come on, Chuck.
Cheek of that woman. She never stops trying, does she? Cadging an invite, that's what she's doing. Well, there's no way that she's getting asked.
Fred, dear, would you point out the best man?
Pardon? Oh, yes, it's him.
Excuse me. Excuse me, young man, but are you the best man?
Yes, that's right.
Well, I think the wedding group should now move through. Would you handle that?
Me?
Well, as best man, you are, strictly speaking, master of the ceremony.
Oh, well, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have a minute? Can I have your attention, please?
Oh, very well. Ladies and gentlemen, would the wedding group now kindly move through to the reception suite? Follow me.
Reception suite. Have you ever heard out like it, eh?
Shut up, drink your champagne.
You get you're supposed to be over there.
Excuse me, love. Excuse me, love.
Did a great job.
Would you mind pausing for a couple of photographs, cutting the cake, and then I can be off?
Hey, I was more nervous than Brian, honest. I couldn't help myself. I kept getting the ring out just to make sure I had it.
You put your hand on it.
Hey, oh, didn't count me, though. I just kept thinking to myself, though, hey, if she doesn't turn up, who could I take on the honeymoon?
You knew I'd turn up.
Hold it. Fine.
Hey, listen. Come on, let's go. There's a bloke at work and he was telling me about wedding arrangements, and he reckons the best man is supposed to have a good time with a bridesmaid.
Look this way. Thanks, that's all right. I'll be off then. Good luck.
Bye.
Thanks.
Is that right?
Fancy Susie, don't
Well, yeah. What's she like?
you? She's my best friend. She's quite nice, really.
Hey, you don't want to be too nice, though, do you?
Is she, taken for?
Nah, she's anybody's. Hey, nah, I'm only kidding. Hey, I've got a tip for you, though. She's mad about football and footballers, especially United.
Oh, thanks a lot, mate. I'll do the same for you sometime.
You won't, you know. You rum thing. Fancy telling him she likes football.
Hey, you look great.
So do you. Have to get you into a suit more often.
I was hoping you'd want to get me, out of it.
So that's your in-law then. I see she likes fellas. No danger. They seem to like her and all. How she gives them cause. What's she like?
Well, I haven't had a chance to get to know her proper, have I?
Why didn't girl's stepfather give her away? I thought he would have done.
That's not her husband, that Fran. Calls him my boyfriend. Bet she's had plenty, you know.
She looks that type.
Fur coat and no knickers. Eh?
Take another one, Steve.
Oh, hello, Father Harris. I'm just saying to Vera how nice it is to see everybody enjoying themselves.
Yes.
I'm so glad you could come.
Well, it's a great pleasure to come and join you.
We're all in a minute.
Got another pint, Fred?
And a light bottle.
And a light bottle.
You've kept me shut, you two. It's well after time, and you two shouldn't be here.
They're being served in there.
Well, they're entitled, aren't they, the wedding guests?
Yeah, and so should we be, and all only for that Ivy Tilsley. I'm sure young Gail and Brian wanted us, you know. It's her what stopped us, I'll bet you a pound.
Ah, well, who cares? Let's go and get some dinner. We can't get a last drink here.
It's not me, Stan, it's Annie, you know, I suppose.
Fred, will you please make sure that the asti is properly chilled in time for the toast?
It's all been looked after, Mrs. Walker. How's it going on in there?
All right so far, we've got them seated at last. Mr. Ogden, you and Mrs. Ogden have no right to be on these premises at this time.
Well, we thought with them being served, it'll be all right, you know.
No, Mr. Ogden.
Only been in the street 10 minutes, Sam Tilsley's, and they think they own the place. Folk who've been here for years get shoved out.
Mrs. Ogden?
No, I'm sorry, I speak as I find me. I only hope the regulars, what have been coming in here for years, get equal preferential treatment, that's all. And I hope there's not going to be a lot of drunkenness and noise upsetting the whole neighbourhood.
Mrs. Ogden? If I might be allowed to get a word in, I shall need some help with the washing up arrangements. As you know, I am short-staffed. Now, do you wish to work a few hours?
Oh, well, I don't mind doing you a favour, Mrs. Walker, just to help you out.
What about me dinner?
Cut yourself a butty, Chuck. Be good practice for you.
Oh, flip.
Oh, come on, now let's have a big smile. Don't look so miserable.
I can't smile anymore, my mouth's hurting.
Of course you can.
Oh, come on, Steve, you'll have it down.
I want to get a good picture.
I don't think we should be cutting cake before speech is heard.
Oh, give over, Margie. What difference does it make?
Well, we want to do it right, don't we? Especially with Father Harris being here.
Look, all that matters is that it's Gail and Brian's wedding day and it doesn't spoil it for them.
Oh, trust you to say that.
Give us that bottom layer, love. I'll cut it up in the kitchen.
There you are.
He said that about that link, you know. She takes the cake.
Mrs. Tilsley, these speeches and all that, I'm not too sure what I have to say.
Listen, don't you worry, though, because best man always makes a fool of himself.
Now then, listen, should we have the speeches now, or do you want to carry on enjoying yourselves?
Get on with it!
Well, I think it's about time the best man earned his crust, so come on, Andy, get up. The floor's all yours.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Speak up, love. We won't bite you.
I'm sorry, but I did warn Brian this morning. I said to him, I'm a novice at this game, and he said, come to think of it, so am I. Anyway, first off, I think I better tell you about all the messages we've had. Cards and telegrams. There's a telegram here. It's from Elsie and Ron in Torquay. It says, wish we could be with you on your great day, and may you have every happiness. And there's a card. Oh, yes, it's from Trevor, Linda, Craig, Samantha, and all at number 29.
Oh, hey, that's my Uncle Trevor.
And there's a poem. Well, at least I think it is. Anyway, here goes. Today's the day, tonight's the night. We've shot the stork, so you'll be all right.
Trust your Trevor to send something rude. Whatever will Father Harris think?
Well, just have a look.
I wonder if they've started falling out yet.
Who?
I guess at the wedding, the relatives. You can't expect the bride and groom to be starting to fall out now.
Well, a pal of mine, Herbert West, we went down with together. He had me as his best man at wedding. And after service were over, we went in a pub for a drink. And he smiled at barmaid and she hit him.
Oh, the barmaid?
No, his missus.
That's a rum way to start a marriage. How did they get on? Did they make a go of it?
Well, he didn't get much chance. 2 months later, he was killed in action.
Well, far too many young husbands went that way. Let's hope it never happens again.
And now it's my duty, so the lovely Mrs. Tilsley informs me, to call upon Mr. Michael Baldwin.
Oh, come on, Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I must admit the speech making isn't in my line, being a simple businessman. I haven't got the gift of the gab.
Oh, God forgive you. He could sell ice lollies to Eskimos, he.
Well, thank you for those kind words, Vera. But I must admit, I'm no expert on marriage, being a bachelor. But I do remember my father saying that he didn't realise what happiness was until he got married. Then it was too late. No, that's not true, no. No, my mother and father were both very happy together. And today I had the pleasure and the privilege of giving away the lovely young bride.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't help thinking that here are these two young people joining their lives together, and they're so young. I mean, how long do they hope to be together? 50 years? That'll take us well into the 21st century. And it makes you wonder what life is going to be like then. What are these two people hoping to see? What changes they're hoping to see together? Well, I hope that all the changes are for the better. And I'm sure all you lot will join me in wishing them health, wealth and happiness right the way down the line. Now, will you please all stand, ladies and gentlemen? Raise your glasses and drink a toast with me to the bride and groom, Gail and Brian.
Gail, Brian.
So that's 2 more baby sounds, love. That's 5 altogether.
And what were it your wife wanted? Gin and orange.
All right, gin and orange. Make it a large one. Hey, you're not sticking on ale, are you? Have a scotch.
Give him a large whiskey.
No, you'll have me lad, just a
Have a
lager.
scotch.
No, half a lager, bet,
Give him
please.
a pint of lager.
Bet, it has gone 5:30 and we should be open.
I've only got one pair of hands, Mrs. Walker. I'm struggling on my own here.
Fred, it has gone 5:30 and that door is still closed. And you should be giving better hand here behind the bar.
I've been in there, Mrs. Walker, cleaning away the tables, like you said.
That door should be open at 5:30, Fred.
Flipping weddings. Looking all over the flaming brush as far as I'm concerned.
Right, lovelies, that's it. £6.44.
All right, and take one for yourself.
Thank you very much.
And then I think you'd better set this round up again.
Never been to the Island, man, Brian?
No, not yet.
Oh, you'll like it there, lad. Hey, we've been there a lot, haven't we, Alice? Hey, it's great, lad. Jewel lost at the Villa Marina. Hey, lovely, isn't he, love?
Hey, Susie. Here. How are we getting on with my mate Andy? Hey, he's dead keen on you, you know.
Well, I think he's grotty. He does nothing but talk about football. And you told me he was a mechanic.
Well, I was having you on, wasn't I? I mean, that's what he does for a living. He's a footballer.
He is too small.
Georgie Best's only little bloke, and look at him. Hey, they call him Andy Twinkletoes. That's why Liverpool signed him on.
Oh, Brian, go away.
Okay, we're all geared up here, so let's see everybody dancing for the first record of the evening. This is a golden oldie from Castile.
You fancy having a dance?
Yeah, all right. You tell terrible lies.
I know I do. And I'm a great dancer as well. Come on. I didn't believe it. Can't be right, that.
Hey, have you got a drink for Father Harris?
We have got drinks for everybody, love. Well, what I'm saying is Frank has. Hey, they're all dancing. Never mind. I've forgotten who's rich anyway.
Oh, don't worry, mate. You can shove all of these ourselves if we have to.
That's good thinking, Frank.
Come on, Mrs. Tilsley, I won't take no for an answer.
Oh, right.
Right.
Sorry, love.
Look, why don't we make a real night of it? Maybe go out for a meal afterwards.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. Listen, I've just got to go down the road and see how Sandra's getting on with Tracy. I've got to ask her to stay on later anyway.
Yeah, OK.
All right, I'll see you in a bit then.
Fine.
Well, they all look to be enjoying themselves. Look at Gail. Does she look on me?
Yes, she does, dear. But seeing the bride dancing to this so-called music in her wedding gown doesn't seem quite the thing to me.
Oh, I don't know. I think it looks all right.
No, dear. One's demeanour should match one's dress. Now, for instance, Dad, if you were invited to the Buckingham Palace garden party, you wouldn't wear a swimsuit, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
Exactly. And why not?
Well, for a start, I won't be asked.
How's City go on, Stano?
Shut up a minute.
Oh, what's up? You got your drawers up?
I've got 5 drawers on one line.
5 drawers in one line's no good, Stanley, and you know it. Hello, Mrs. Sharples. Albert?
I'll have my 3 milk stout and half a mile for him.
Oh, we're going to have a rum.
If I'm buying, it's half a mile and out.
Now then, Albert, what is it?
Half an hour. How's wedding going on?
Oh, they're all right in there, Albert. They're well away. There you go.
Trust you to be drinking pints and here there's a wedding on next door in case you've forgotten.
I don't know any of them, do
You know me.
I'd rather have a drink.
See here, we've come here to enjoy ourselves. Get in there, you'll miss me. That's the sort of thing that makes young folk frightened of marriage.
Well, I'm not young, Mrs. Sharples, but it scares me to death. No.
Could I have a brandy, Fred? Make it a good one, because it's for Father Harris.
All right, not for medicinal purposes, I trust.
Is it, heck? Hello.
Hello, you having a good time?
Yes, smashing. Having a bit of an ease up at the moment. Why don't you come and join us? Hey, run round, Mr. Tatler.
Oh,
Thank you very much, we will.
Well, will you have a drink with me? What are you having?
Well, since though it's a wedding, I'll have a rum.
Well then, goodbye.
Goodbye, Father Harris.
Now, don't you forget, I'm always there if you feel like a friendly chat. And you get Brian to bring you down to some of our social gatherings. You meet some nice people. Right.
You going, Father?
Surely starting, my dear.
I've all the flaming nerve. What game do you think you're playing?
Don't you talk to me like that.
I'll talk to you only way you understand, lady. Oh, hello, Father Harris.
I'm afraid I must say goodbye now, Mrs. Tilsley.
Oh, you're not going already, are
I'm
you?
afraid I must.
But I've got you this brandy.
I'm sorry, but I'm late already.
Oh.
Well, it's been a great pleasure.
Thanks for coming, Father Harris.
Goodbye.
Oh.
Goodbye.
You're a flipping gate crasher, you.
Excuse me, I'm no such thing. I'm entitled to be here. I happen to be working.
Eh?
I happen to be a member of the catering staff, if you must know, and this is my break. Now, I've never heard of caterers being objected to before.
Oh, I see.
Ah, light of my heart. Are you getting up for what? I think...
Mrs. Alton, the dirty grouses are piling up in the kitchen. Yes, I was just correcting a few, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, hi, how's Tracy?
Oh, she's fine. Listen, Ken, I've just had a phone call from Ray. He's phoned up from Holland.
Oh, yeah, what does he want?
Well, the same as before, a divorce. Only he's changed his tune about him divorcing me, naming you.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I'm relieved about that.
Now he wants me to divorce him. In fact, he's begging for it. And he wants it quick because he wants to get married again.
But why all the hurry?
Well, it's just like we thought. His girlfriend's expecting, so he wants it fast so he can marry her.
And what answer did you give him?
Well, I said yes. I don't know, it's funny, isn't it? I mean, it's like getting a proposal, only it's your husband who's doing the proposal and he's proposing divorce.
What you need is a drink.
Oh, you're right.
And a good old raver, followed by a first-class meal.
Yeah. I just hope they have more luck than I did.
Right then, Bri, I think it's about time you were making tracks.
Yeah, we don't want to miss the boat. I've got to get changed, yeah? Look, will you check and see if that taxi's...
Don't worry. I'll take care of it. I'll see you then, Bri.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good time.
Bye. I've got to go now.
You look after him, won't you? Look after him. Bye-bye then, Bri. See ya.
I reckon it's time we were off and home now.
Give over, Nat. Sugar, now I want to enjoy myself.
But I told the lads we'd meet them down at Legion.
Legion?
Yeah.
Forget about Legion. You can go there anytime.
Yeah, who's better in Legion?
Oh, look, you go. Go on. Get up.
All right, I will.
Yeah, go on, you miserable beggar. Sling your oak. Flaming fellas, honestly. You wonder why I ever bothered with them. I'm going to get myself another drink.
What's up, kid? Right, creepy little get that fella of yours. I've a good mind to go after him and put one on him.
You do nothing of the sort. Now, this is my daughter's wedding day, not a boxing match.
Well, he got up my nose. He never bought around, you know.
You have had 5 too many, as it is.
All set?
Yeah.
Taxi's here.
Hello, Mrs. Tilsley.
Hello, Mr. Tilsley.
Come on, then.
Come on, you two, where do you
Cheerio then, Brian. I'll see you when you get back. Have a jar or two. Cheerio. Bye, Brian.
Bet, you running up. In here.
Ivy, I love you. If you
Hello? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is still for sale. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm going to work in a minute. I won't be back till 6. Oh, well, yeah, but that's a bit awkward, you know. All right, I'll see you then. 12:30. Ta-ra. What? Think? You, Hilda, what with?
Oh, is she always like that this time in the morning?
Oh, horrible Hilda. Of course she isn't. She's always like that.
Sooner you than me. I've brought your albums back.
About time and all.
Oh, I've only had them a couple of months. Hey, have you heard from Brian and Gail yet?
Oh, yes. They ring me on the hour, every hour, with a progress report. Of course I've not heard from them.
All right, well, I'll see you later. I take it you are coming into work this morning?
Yeah, in 5 minutes. I've got to straighten this lot out first, haven't I?
Yeah, I wondered what time the bomb dropped.
Well, I've got someone to come and see the house at dinner time as well.
Well, it's not this place you should be worried about. It's next door.
Next door?
Well, if you were signing your life away on the most desirable property of your dreams, would you want it to be next door to Hilda Ogden?
Ta-ra, Steve. See you after.
See ya. I say, they certainly give Gail and Brian a good send-off, I'll say that for them. That backyard's like a bottling plant.
Aye, they did that all right.
Do you know, I'd never have put them down as a wine-drinking lot myself.
It's liquid, isn't it?
Oh, hey, but to shift all that lot.
I blame these package holidays to Spain myself. Gets folk into bad habits, you know.
They're very welcome to it. All it ever does to me is give me a bad headache. It's funny, isn't it, working in a pub all these years?
Sick of the sight of the stuff, I shouldn't wonder.
Yeah. Give me a nice cup of tea any day.
Talking of which.
If you mean have I put the kettle on, yes, I have.
Bye. She don't miss a trick, does she?
Morning, Hilda, love. Oh, the suffering I have to put up with.
So were you.
Well, it's the flaming injustice of it all. I mean, I don't ask much out of this life, do I? Roof over me head, enough grub to stock me boilers. Me needs are very modest.
Yeah. Has he chucked you out?
Huh?
Your Stan?
Him? Couldn't stop on his feet long enough now at this time of the morning.
Oh, he's slow at waking up. I mean, we have noticed, haven't we?
Could take all day in a case like Stan's, can't it, Hilda?
No, there's not a lot of things her and me have got in common, but by heck, that's one of them.
Who?
Her Royal Highness.
Your Stan?
Us rights to privacy, us rights as private citizens.
Hilda, you lost me when you walked through that door.
Yeah, well, I wish I could lose that flaming noise box next door to me as easy. Do you know, I'd get more peace and quiet if I lived in a tent on Piccadilly Station, I would, honest. Sometimes think all her generation were born with cotton wool between their ears.
Oh, it's young Susie she's on about.
Dead right I am, her and her flaming radio. By heck, I've called Elsie Tanner in my time, but that one takes the bun. Somebody say something about the kettle.
You know, just this once, I reckon Hilda's right. I couldn't live next door to somebody as young as Susie.
Me neither.
Hey, shows us ages, doesn't it?
Shut up and brew up.
You've not got much to say for yourself this morning, Susie?
I've never heard you complain about that before, Ivy.
She don't need us now. She knows it all.
I weren't talking to you.
Sorry for breathing.
Oh, pack it in, you two. You haven't had a decent word to say to each other since you came through that door.
Listen, there's no wrong with me, it's her. You can no but snap me head off every time I've opened my mouth.
You don't know when to keep it shut, that's your trouble. You and that drunken flaming husband of yours.
You're not still on about that again, are you?
I thought you might at least have tried to behave a bit decent for once. It was supposed to be a wedding reception or a flaming slanging match. Hey, how do you think they're getting on? Gail and Brian. In Isle of Man like. Have you heard out? Now, how do you reckon she'd have heard out if his own mother hasn't? Hey, there might be something he might not want his mum to know.
Hey, that's just flipping hopes on his honeymoon.
Now, listen here, Viriduk, I've had just about had my belly full of you and your flaming snide remarks this morning.
Well, you're a fine one to talk anyway,
You're
bothering you lot, is there?
Just having a few words.
A few words? You sound like a cage full of monkeys from in there. Now, I'm trying to make a phone call. Just knock it off, will you?
But we're only talking. There's no law against that, is there?
No, he's right, you know. It's very off-putting when you try to do his work.
Oh, shut up, you.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's about the letter I had this morning. The exchange trip to Charlton. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm just ringing to tell you that I won't be sending anyone, that's all. Oh, no, nothing like that. No, I'm not against exchange visits. I think they do a lot of good. It's just that I'm a bit pushed at the moment and I can't spare any of my girls, that's all. Yeah. OK, mate. Well, thanks for letting me know anyway. Bye.
I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Nothing I'm not grateful for. I hate ironing. All that work and it all finishes up back in the dirty linen bin.
Well, actually, it was Tracy I came to see.
Oh, don't mind me.
Yeah, well, I was paying for the papers and I saw something I thought she might like. There you are. There's a book and there's some felt tips.
I thought you brought us sweets for a minute then, honey. I was just about to get her dinner ready.
Oh, it's not that time already, is it?
Yeah, just about. You're not rushing off anywhere, are you?
Not particularly, no.
Well, why don't you stop and have something with us?
Oh, you sure it's not too much trouble?
No, we'd love to have you, wouldn't we, Tracy?
Right, well, there we are. Take your pick. You draw a little dog or something. Well, you certainly sound a bit brighter this morning.
Brighter?
Yes, than you did last night.
Oh, yes, I am. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Ken, but I did have a lot on my mind.
Yeah, it must be quite a weight off your mind now that Ray's decided to let you divorce him.
Oh, yeah, it is. It was just... with the wedding and all that, you know,
I thought there's Gail and Brian setting off down the same road me and Ray did. Same hopes, same dreams, and look where we finished up. I don't know, I felt sort of empty somehow. As if a bit of me was missing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I mean, you're bound to feel like that for a while, aren't you? But at least your future isn't as bad as some girls in your position. I mean, you haven't exactly got to face it alone, have you? You've got friends.
Yeah, I know I have. Hey, you don't fancy laying the table, do you? You won't be short of a helping hand.
Well,
or at least a hand.
All right, come on then. We only just get started. We've got to lay the table. Get that back in there. Well done.
You want something else?
No, I don't think so, no.
Hey, I thought Reenie was due back today.
Hey? Ah, she is. I was expecting half an hour ago, as a matter of fact. Train must be late.
No trouble with Beth, then?
Hey, it worked like a charm. I've only got to say, fancy a cup of tea, love. She's up to her flat like a shot.
I told you to leave it to your Uncle Len, didn't I?
Bye, the state country's gone to pot. I can't think why, can you?
Oh, if fellas like him around. He looks fagged out, doesn't he?
I'll have you know that I'd done an hour's graft before you two put your noses outside your little nests this morning.
Yeah, but one of your word for it, though, haven't we?
Hey, there was a day when a gentleman gave up his seat for a lady.
It must have been before my time. Hey, it's not what we've said, is it?
You flatter yourself. Thanks very see you.
Right, Laurel and Hardy, now you've frightened my best customer off, maybe you'll tell me what I can do for you.
Hey, if we didn't have to rush back there, kid, we'd set you up on it. But we just comfort bound, kid.
Oh, yeah, it's 2 ham, 3 corned beef and a cheese. Hey, whose idea was this, then?
It's mine, as a matter of fact.
Not before time, I know.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought it might appeal to the more mature customers.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sure.
Oh, come on.
Hello, love. I wonder where you've got to.
Oh, I am glad to get home. Do you know, I think that train must have stopped at every signal on the line.
Never mind, you're all right. Here, give me that. You look a bit bushed, actually.
Oh, I could murder a couple of...
Well, you're in luck. Got kettle on.
Now, you managed all right, did you?
Of course I did. I'm a big lad now, you know. Go on through before my blooming arm drops off.
Yeah.
I'll wash you anyway.
So, your husband's in the building trade, then, is he?
That's right. Oh, he'll be delighted with this place. He really will.
Well, I'll say one thing about these old houses. They're very solid. I mean, take these walls.
Oh, that's all right, love. I'll take your word for that.
No, go on, try them.
Oh, well, that seems solid enough.
Oh, don't be afraid of it. It's good money you're putting into this place. Go on, give it a good bang.
Who do you think you're knocking at, you cheeky madam?
Hilda, shut up. I've got company.
I don't care who you've got. I've as much right to have my wireless on as you have.
Hilda? Hilda, please turn that thing down. Oh, I'm sorry about this, Mrs. Lacey.
Is she always like that?
Only when she's at home. Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Now, listen here, madam. If you don't knock it off, I'm having the police round here. I've had just about as much as I can take off you.
What have you got in there, Hilda? It's band of the Coldstream Guards.
Don't you give me no lip.
Oh, I'm sorry about this.
Are you listening to me?
The whole street's listening to you, Hilda.
Well, I think I'd better be going, dear.
Well, before you do, can I introduce you? Hilda, this is Mrs. Lacey. She's going to be moving in here, likely as not. This is Mrs. Ogden. She'll be your neighbour.
Oh, pleased to meet you. Now, I mean it. Any more monkey business, and it's the coppers.
Yes, well, I really had better be going, dear.
Oh, you will see the agents, won't you?
Well, I'd like to talk to my husband about it first, but thank you for showing me round.
Look, if I want to have my wireless on, I'll have it on as loud as I like and whenever I like. Have you got that?
You can have it on 24 hours a day if you like, Hilda. Ta-ra.
You know, I don't know why you're staying at lunchtime. What do you do with yourselves?
Get bored, mostly.
Well, what else can we do that don't cost us money?
We have girls at Schofields, they've got a telly, you know. One of them little portables.
Oh, good for them.
And their boss put it in for them.
Did he now?
It's very relaxing, a telly.
You're not here to relax.
We are at dinner. Yeah, because what telly while we're having dinner if we have one.
Yes, true. If you had one.
We could always put it in the rest room, couldn't we? I mean, it wouldn't interfere with anything in there.
We haven't got a rest room.
The Schofields have. Can we have one or not?
Yeah, why not? I'll get you one trade. Only cost you about £5 a head, so if you want one, let me know and I'll pick it up for you.
Hey, you lot have fallen on your feet, haven't you? Oh, wow.
Well, you have. Who's the lucky 5, then? What lucky 5?
Well, going to France.
What are you on about?
Well, this exchange trip to France organised by the Trades Council.
Here, let's have a look at that. But I thought...
Hey, what's it say?
Hang on a minute. They're organising an exchange visit between factory workers in Weatherfield and factory workers in Charleville. They're taking 32 from over here to France. And 5 of them can go from here, 5 of us. From here to France? That's what it says here.
You didn't know about that, did you?
Of course we didn't know about it.
Look, it might be as well if you forget you ever saw that.
You what? You must be joking.
Well, Mike probably wanted to tell you himself, you know. Bit of a surprise.
Yeah, that is one possibility. There again, he might not have wanted us to know about it.
Here. He seems all right to you, does he?
Alf Roberts? Yeah, he's as good as new. Why?
Well, I was just wondering.
About what?
Well, if you'd seen any signs, you know, of him acting a bit sort of different like.
In what way?
It was something that Bet was saying.
Bet?
Well, she reckons. Now, I know it sounds daft, but she says he's been trying to get off with her. You know, while Reenie's been away.
Whoa! Alf Roberts?
Yeah. She says it could be from that knock on the head he had, you know, from the accident.
Oh, I don't know, though. She's a pretty attractive bird, his old Bet.
Bound to raise animal passions, even in Alf.
You bear know something, don't you? Now I can tell.
Shall we let her out of her misery?
Why not? After all, his wife's back now, isn't she?
Well, you know when Rainey went away, don't you?
And Bet started pulling Alf's leg about being in the same house together, alone. Started taking the mickey in front of Annie.
Well, we thought that what was good for the goose was good for the gander.
Alf's only pulling her leg, you see, cracking up that he fancies her. And she's fallen for it.
Well, I don't think Bet's seen the funny side of it, I can tell you. She's been getting very, very worried. I mean, well, wouldn't you?
I would. If Alf started making eyes at me, I'd be dead.
So how many is that's bit the dust?
Oh, I do like
Well, 5 all told, apart from the ones who didn't come when I told them the problem. The rats.
What rats?
Well, that's one of the hazards of old houses, didn't you know?
Oh, George.
If it was true, do you think I'd be there?
Well, what are you saying it for?
Well, to save them the trouble of coming over, you know. If price of petrol the way it is, least I could do, really.
Hang on, I thought you were supposed to be trying to sell that house.
No. Elsie's selling the house. I'm just the lodger.
Only until it's sold, and then you're out on your...
Cheers.
Hello, sunshine. What you having?
No, thanks, not just now. Can I have a word?
I'm all ears.
It's about this exchange trip to France.
Wait a minute. What about it?
Well, there's a letter in your tray about it.
Yeah, I know. I dealt with it this morning. I told them we wouldn't be sending anyone. Well, it meant that whoever went would have to have Friday and Monday off. We'd lose 2 days' production. Just not on, is it?
I wish you'd have said something.
Who to?
Me?
Why you?
Well, because I just told the girls all about it. I didn't know you weren't planning on telling them.
You told them what?
Well, they think 5 of them are going to France for the weekend.
You great Burke.
Well, I'm sorry, Mike.
You're sorry. I'm the one that should be sorry. Sorry that you didn't have the sense to check with me before you opened your mouth.
Well, what are you going to do?
I'm not going to do anything till I finish my drink. I hate making decisions when I'm flaming mad.
Hello, I didn't expect you back so soon.
Oh, Mr. Dawson said I could go. He's staying on a bit because he's got a rep to see. The rush seems to be about over anyway. I brought some cakes. Thought you and Tracy might fancy one after your lunch.
Oh, we've had ours. We had it with Ken. He's just taken her to the park. You've only just missed him.
Oh, never mind. We'll keep until tea time.
I tell you what, though, we'll have a cup of tea with you.
He thinks the world of Tracy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he spoils her. He just called in with a book he bought for her. That's how he came to stop so long.
I'm glad. I think it's so important to have some sort of stable relationship, especially for Tracy.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not trying to interfere, but, well, I just can't help thinking about what's going to happen when all this is over. I mean, you're going to need someone, aren't you? Both of you.
And you think we could do a lot worse than Ken?
Well, yes, I do.
Look, Emily, don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful for all Ken's doing for us. I enjoy having him around. I like his company. So does Tracy. But, well, one step at a time, eh? I mean, I've got this divorce business to get through yet, and that's not going to be easy.
I realise that, but, well, perhaps a bit easier with Ken around.
I'm not denying that. But I've got you as well, haven't I? I can count on you, too.
Of course you can. I was made for these situations.
Oh, it's only Erkin.
Oh, charming.
Hey, you've not seen Mike Baldwin and his monkey on your travels, have you?
They're in the Rovers. Why?
Well, go on, tell her. She's one of us now.
Well, we'll see if she's one of us or not, won't we?
Tell me what?
We've been offered a free holiday to France.
5 of us have. Only Mike Baldwin's turned it down without even mentioning it to us.
Who's telling this?
Well, get on with it, Vera.
It's like an exchange visit to this twin town in France.
Charleville?
Ah, that's place, yeah.
Baldwin got this letter inviting 5 of us from here. Only he very convenient forgot to tell us about.
Very conveniently. So we're convenient forgetting to do any work until we've had it out with.
So are you with us or aren't you?
Well, yes, I am as Arms. I mean, if we've been offered the trip, he's got no right to keep it from us, has he?
Well, that's what we said.
Hello. What's all this about then?
Oh, come off it. It's told you.
It's about that letter you've had inviting 5 of us to France.
Well, what about it?
Well, we feel we've a right to go.
Yes, all right. Hang on a minute. Go on.
Well, if they want factory workers to represent Weatherfield on this trip to France, we feel we've as much right to go as anybody.
Yes, we are. We don't see what's stopping.
We're not doing any more work till we get what we're entitled to.
No, we don't start at machine.
Have you finished?
Yeah.
Right, well, let me tell you something. You've lost a half an hour's production time. So before you go rattling on about what you're entitled to and what you're not, think about that, eh?
As far as we're concerned, this is a dispute.
To be in dispute, you've got to have someone to be in dispute with. And as far as I can see, you haven't.
What about that letter?
Yeah, that trip to France. I mean, we've seen letter, you know, it's not Scotch mist.
Well, what about it? He told you about the letter this morning. Well, so what?
Well, why didn't you tell us?
Because I haven't had time. It's as simple as that. I'm up to here with problems. Problems that, if I don't solve, could cost you your jobs. And all because I forget one measly little letter, all this. Now, I'd have thought you'd have had more faith in me than that. I would, really.
Do you mean we can go to France?
Suit yourselves. But I'll tell you one thing. If you don't get these machines working and quick, you won't be going anywhere representing this firm because you won't be working here. Now, come on! Move it!
Oh, oui, monsieur.
Very good.
Brilliant.
I thought so.
Talk about thinking on your feet.
You know, it did cross my mind to let you sort it out yourself.
Well, could have done.
Could you?
Yeah. Practice makes perfect.
Correct. You're not getting much of that, are you? Get on to the Trades Council, will you? Tell them we changed our mind.
Thanks, love. Did he manage?
Thought you might fancy this, love.
Oh, Tyler, thank you.
I'll be with you in a minute.
You're all right. I'll give you a shout if it gets hectic.
So you managed all right then?
Oh, well, wouldn't I?
I couldn't help wondering.
Wondering about what?
You know, how you were getting on.
Well, nay, if I can't manage in a shop full of food and booze, there's something wrong.
Yeah. Bet been all right, has she?
Bet? Aye, why wouldn't you be?
I was just asking, that's all.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're remembering what happened last time. Well, this time it were me that had a bit of fun with her.
What sort of fun?
Now, don't get me wrong, love.
Have I said I am?
No, it's just...
Fun, you said. Hey, Joe, the Wanderer returns. I didn't know you were back, love. You should check on these things, love. What?
Will you just put her mind at rest, love?
Me? How?
Well, she thinks that while she was away, you and me were, you know...
that? Well, we were at Gatsby till 4 in the morning, every morning. Gambling a couple of times.
Me out at 4 o'clock in the morning. How daft can you get?
I've no idea. I thought that's what you'd just started to tell me.
Well...
Yeah, well, I'm going to be late for work, so I'll see you later, love. We'll have a long chat.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Do you know, if you ask me, I think she was glad to get through that door.
Oh, now you're being daft.
Am I?
Hey, hang on. It's not my fault they don't want the place. Yeah, I know Mrs. Tanner wants a quick sale, but I'm doing my best. Well, yeah, I'd go to work for 8:30, but... All right, I'll see you then. But I think you're wasting your time. All right, bye-bye.
Catalogue, love. You asked me to drop it off.
Oh, tell Bet.
Can you let me have it back tomorrow?
What?
The catalogue.
Yeah, all right. Hey, Bet, what are estate agents like?
Same as any other fellas. All shapes, sizes, ages, pick of the crop are married. Why?
Well, I've got one coming round here tomorrow to see the faults that people keep telling him about. He says they don't exist.
Oh, that's another thing about them and all. They're not daft either. So how many girls have put their names down there?
16. Oh, I wish you'd hurry up, kid. I've got a spud pie, hasn't? It'll be done to a frazzle.
Well, I'm not leaving here till we decide who's going.
Well, I can tell you that, me for a start.
Hey, you're not the only one that works here, you know.
Now, listen, you, if it hadn't been for me standing up to the board with nobody'd have been going.
And I've done enough spouting for you lot in my time to justify a dozen French holidays.
Well, you can keep your frog's legs and your snails and your foreigners for me.
You've changed your tune, haven't you? You're all for down in tools this afternoon.
I will put right to go if I wanted to, but I don't have to.
So where does that leave us, then?
I'll tell you where it leaves us. It leaves you, me and 3 others.
You ain't going.
They'll be arguing all night at this rate. I say they'll be arguing all
It's
night.
about time you and me had a long talk. Bit pushed at the moment. Sometime tomorrow, you and me have got to sort a few things out.
What sort of things?
Freezer get as low as this. And you know what deliveries are like?
Yeah, I didn't notice. Looking after the shop by myself, you know. Coping on my own.
Didn't notice.
We're not low on everything, are we?
And low on things that matter. Fish fingers, beef burgers, steak and kidney pies. I don't know what we're not low on.
What's that?
All that Chinese rubbish. Crispy rolls and bean sprouts. I said we'd never shift them.
Yeah, and I said we have to push them.
I can all a bit best placed.
We can have a blitz of them this week, if you like. Hey, we call it Chinese week and maybe knock a couple of pence off, eh?
Give away free chopsticks, why not? Will you get a box of peas, love? They're in back.
Morning, Reenie. Morning, Al.
Hello.
Morning,
Have a
Bet.
packet of ciggies, please. Don't want anybody get killed in rush.
There you go.
Thanks, Petal. I can cough my way to work as usual.
It wasn't the cough what carried her off, it was coughing they carried her off in.
Bye, yeah, calf. Don't you come out with some gems. I'd pay you for these, but I've only got a handbag full of fivers. So long.
It's always good for a laugh, is Bets.
It's funny that, you know. She didn't laugh last night when I was asking her what sort of fun you two have been having while I were away.
Leave it,
She said she didn't know what I was talking about.
Look, I've explained it to you.
Explain it to me again.
All right. When you went, she started being a bit flirty, just as a joke, you know. I mean, playing up to it. Well, you know what she's like.
Oh, yes, I know what Bet's like.
Yeah, so I got fed up, didn't I? I got a bit embarrassed. And I asked Len Fairclough in the Rovers what I should do about it. He said, why don't you try playing her at her own game?
So, you started inviting her to 11s?
Well, once I did that.
And taking cups of tea up to her bedroom?
Ah, that would have put her off.
Well, it's a damn funny way of putting her off. Why didn't you just tell her to act her age?
Well, I could have done, I suppose. Wouldn't have been as much fun, though, would it?
There you go again, back to this word, fun.
Oh, I give up.
Peace, please.
Look.
I'm waiting.
It was just a bit of fun, that's all it was. I mean, that's the only way I can put it. It was a bit of...
So what's going to happen then?
I don't know. This is 5 places and there's 16 of us after it. So somebody's going to be unlucky. I don't see why it should be me, though.
It should be done on seniority.
Definitely. And I'm senior machinist as well as shop steward. I mean, it is supposed to be an official exchange between Charleville and us, isn't it? Don't send tea girls on a job like that. I hope if she's off to work, I'm late. See you, Bet.
Try, love. Hey, cop. The estate agent bin.
Why do you think I'm going to work so early?
You'll have to face him sometime.
I know, but how can he prove anything? All he knows is the house hasn't been sold. And that's not my fault, is it?
Hey, what's going on there?
Oh, they're still chuntering on about this French trip, kid. I'm keeping out of it, I've had my say.
Late again. 2 minutes, is it a record?
Hey, Ivy, you're going to have to sort this lot out, you know. There's 15 after 5 places.
I thought it was 60.
Oh, well, Ida's definitely not going. You know, with frog's legs and snails and everything. Are you, love?
And horse meat. They eat horses out there, you know. So it's still 15 after 5 places.
3 places?
You what?
Well, me and Ivy's definitely going.
Well, that's not fair. I thought you two are going.
Well, Vera's going because if it hadn't been for her, there wouldn't have been a trip. And I'm going on grounds of seniority.
And she is shop steward.
That's got nothing to do with it.
Harco's shouting loud. She's only been here 5 minutes.
And that's got even less to do with it, Vera.
You know, hey, what's going on here? 25 to 9, there's not a machine working. What's it all about this time?
Trip to France, everybody wants to go.
Everybody?
15 in all.
Oh, now, come on, girls, that's not on, is it, eh? I mean, 5 go and 10 stay.
Well, we know that.
Yeah, but we can't find a fair way of sorting out who's going.
Oh, yes, we can. Seniority.
And you've got the nerve to call that fair?
All right, now, come on, let's start being reasonable, shall we? There is one way round this, you know. The 15 names go into a hat. It's called a draw.
Yeah, I'll go along with that.
Well, I still think you should go on grounds of seniority.
Me too.
All right, then. Show of hands. All in favour of a draw? Against? There you are. Passed by an overwhelming majority.
Sorry about that, Ivy. It's called democracy. Still, you should know all about that, shouldn't you? Isn't it yours and Tony Benn's favourite word? Oh, I don't know. Common sense. Why is there such a premium on it? Now then, am I right so far?
Well,
I know what happened yesterday was a genuine mistake. You telling them about the trip to France when I'd already vetoed it, but could you have got out of it the way that I did? Without any aggro, could you? Now, come on, answer, be honest.
Well, I know I don't think as quickly as you in situations like that, Mike, but I still think it would come with experience and practice.
Yeah, well, you know the score here, don't you? Well, anyway, really. The name of the game is to keep that lot out there happy, by fair means or foul.
Mostly foul in your case.
Well, I prefer to call it being subtle anyway. That's what management is. Until we get the ropes in.
And you don't think I'm very good at it?
Well, to tell you the truth, I think you're still a bit naive.
In other words, you don't think I'm up to the job? Well, if you want a bit of truth from me, I reckon that's just as much your fault as it is mine.
Come again?
Look, I'm not stupid, Mike. I know I have my faults. So does everybody else, even you. I am a bit naive when it compared to you. Yes, I am. But that's mainly through not having enough confidence in myself. Confidence to make quick decisions, which is where you're to blame.
Why me?
Because one of your faults is you don't delegate enough. And on the odd occasion that you do, it's only when you've got no choice. So what happens? I'm always looking over my shoulder, wondering what Mike's going to say. So how am I going to get more confidence in myself in situations like that? How, Mike?
Yeah, I suppose you have got a point there. We'll have to sort it out.
Well, I'd like that, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll have a think about it and I'll talk to you later. Mind you, there is one way round this, you know.
What's that?
Well, Eric Williams. He's not getting any younger. He could do with a bit of help. Number 2, he would soon be a number 1 if he made the grade.
Well, are you suggesting that I go to the London factory?
Yeah, well, why not? As Eric's deputy. Be like being on your own, that would. I think he's more interested in getting his golf handicap down for when he retires. Oh, you'd be out of my reach, wouldn't you? Most of the time. Out of my influence, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, but... London.
Oh, come on, son. It's not the other side of the world, is it? It's only down the M1. And your mother could soon be down on the intercity any time, couldn't she? If you missed her that much.
There you go.
Thanks.
Is that all right?
Oh, it's fine. Yes, I'm making a habit of this, aren't I, Elevenses?
Well, it's because I make such a good cup of tea.
Perfect. You're certainly quiet without Tracy.
Oh, like the grave.
How's she liking the playgroup?
Oh, she loves it. It's great for her to be with kids her own age as well. I mean, she sees enough of grown-ups as it is.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
Totally redundant. From the minute I drop her off to the minute I pick her up, I just feel as if I'm marking time. Ah, it can't go on, though, can it? Indefinitely. Can't just sit here twiddling my thumbs all morning, making you the odd cuppa.
Well, I'll pop in for tenses as well, if you like.
No. I'll just have to get myself a part-time job, make myself a bit useful, earn some pennies.
Well, doing what?
Oh, I don't know. I'll think of something once I get this divorce business settled.
Well, yeah. When are you seeing the solicitors?
Oh, tomorrow. I had a letter this morning.
So things are happening then?
Seems like it.
That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
You just don't sound too sure.
Oh. 1 minute it's what I want most in all the world, and the next minute I'm dreading it.
It has to happen, you know.
Yeah, I know it has.
Dial over and get one yourself, eh?
No, darling.
What's the matter? Has your rabbit died?
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. I've got so much on my mind.
Tell me his name, I'll belt him.
Oh, it isn't like that. Well, it is and it isn't. How do you tell your best friend her husband's going round the twist?
You what?
I mean it, Len.
Who?
Promise you won't say anything. Honest. It's Alf.
Alf?
Shh. Keep your voice down.
Alf's all right, love. I mean, he had a bit of trouble after the accident, you know, but he's all right now.
No. He had another do while Reenie's been away.
You mean he lost his temper again?
No. I wouldn't say he got amorous, but, well, he's been popping up everywhere, following me around, even bringing me cups of tea in bed.
Get away.
No, it's true. He's gone and told Reenie. She's got on to me about it. I've cracked on, I don't know anything about it. She's got the wrong end of the stick.
What's up with you?
Len, what is up?
It's a put-up job, love. He's taking the mickey out of you. It's a joke, and the joke's on you.
You rotten lot.
Hello, Len.
Hello, mate.
Hello. Can I have a pint of pint, please?
Right. Are you all right?
Yeah, so-so. Yeah.
Oh. Where are the girls? They're usually all in here by now.
Oh, they're organising a draw.
A draw?
Yeah, to see who goes to Charlesville.
Oh, I see. There you are, my dear.
Ta.
See who goes where?
Charlesville, Mézières. It's in France.
Yeah, I know what it is, because my Stan went there one year. Because we're twin towns or something, aren't we?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, he said it were great. So who's going this year, then?
Well, that's why they're organising the draw. 5 can go on the trip organised by the Trades Council.
Am I in this draw?
I've no idea, Hilda.
Well, I've got my rights and all, you know. If there's a trip to France going begging, I want my name in there with the rest.
It's nothing to do with me, Hilda, but if you feel that strongly about it, I'd nip over there smartish, because otherwise you're going to be too late.
Don't you worry, I will.
There'll be blue murder if you're too late.
Yeah. Betty, what's your opinion of me?
Huh?
No, I mean, you know, what's your opinion of me?
Well, if you must know, I think you're a very nice lad. Any mother would be proud of you.
I thought you might say that.
Oh.
All right, hang on a minute. Now then, ladies, here we go then.
Just a minute. Watch where you're showing your elbows.
Now, what do you want, Hilda?
I want to know if my name's in there. That's what I want.
Well, how do I know? I'm just doing the draw.
Well, is it?
Really? Well, I didn't put it in.
Well, I didn't. Oh, so I just got here in time then, didn't I? Now, I want my name going in there. Now.
Oh, hang on, Hilda. Keep your hair on.
See, you spell it right and all. And I'd like to say a big thank you to all my fellow workers for kindly seeing I didn't get forgotten.
Come on in, Vida, we're wasting time. Right, then, here we go. Here we go. And the first lucky lady out is Eunice Marriott.
From packing, where is she? She's not here.
Right, and the second lucky lady is Vera Duckworth.
I think so now.
Hey, how many times you put your name in there, Vera?
Hey, I'll have less lit from you.
Just a minute. And the next lady is May Thomas.
Hey, I've got my fingers crossed for you, sir.
That makes 2 of us, kid.
Who's going to be the next one out then? Let's see. Flurry Smith.
Me?
4 down, 1 to go.
Give it a good shake and
Oh,
make it a good one this time.
Right, all right, all right. And the last lucky lady is Hilda Ogden.
It's me! It's me! I'm going!
All right, take it easy, take it easy.
I weren't really bothered about going anyway.
No, you said.
Oh, a weekend in France. Just fancy.
Hey, Hilda, will they let you in?
Oh, it's not the first foreign country I've been to, you know. No, I'm what you might call a globe-trotter.
Oh, come in, Mr. Haynes. You don't mind if I carry my lunch? It is my lunch break.
No, not at all.
Oh, sit down. On my tights, if you like.
Apropos our conversation of yesterday,
Yeah?
I did say that the vendor, Mrs. Tanner, wasn't happy, didn't I, with our lack of progress?
Did you? Yes, you did.
You see, what puzzles me, Miss Birchall...
Oh, Susie. Bit silly being formal now you've met me tights. And you're,
Paul.
Oh, Paul. Nice name, Paul.
You see, what puzzles me is that clients come to us on the lookout for properties of this kind. Now, we give them full particulars of this one, no flannel, telling them now how it is. They get all enthusiastic. They come down here faster than light to view, and that's the last we see of them.
Really?
Now, we regard it as part of our job to ask the whys and wherefores, in case they found what they're looking for elsewhere. But in this case, we've received a series of evasive and somewhat puzzling replies. And I can quote you chapter and verse. Dampwood, infestation, and one case even faulty foundations. Oh, and noisy neighbours.
Oh, it's a puzzle, isn't it?
Are you being completely frank with us, Miss Birchall?
Frank? How do you mean?
You're not inventing snags where there aren't any, just to put people off.
Why should I?
It's a roof over your head, isn't it?
I don't have to stay here, you know. I've got loads of places I could go to, and it's better than this dump. No, I've made a bargain, Mrs. Tanner, that I would stay here till the house was sold, and I'm sticking to my side of the bargain.
Shouldn't take us long to find a buyer, then.
Well, you're the expert.
Right, then, we can assume that there'll be no further problems. Goodbye, Miss Birchall.
Goodbye. Oh, Mr. Haynes.
Yes?
I do feel it's my moral obligation to point out certain faults to your clients, for the sake of your good name.
But I do think that a ghost with a head under each arm is overdoing it. Don't you?
I hope you found what you're looking for, love.
Eh?
Bottom of that glass, you've been staring at it for 10 minutes or more.
Ah, well, I haven't.
It's a funny old world, isn't it?
Certainly is, love.
Hello, what are you doing here by yourself?
Thinking.
Well, you go and get me a drink and I'll do the thinking for you.
Right.
Now, you're sure you know what you've got to do?
Absolutely, yes, but what's in it for me?
In what sense?
I'll leave that to you.
I'll buy you 5.
Am I losing my sex appeal somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, come on, what's up?
I am being moved.
Eh?
Mike wants me to go down to London to be number 2 with Eric Williams.
Why?
Well, he doesn't reckon I'm matching up to the job up here. I'm not picking it up quick enough.
What do you think?
Well, what do you think?
Well, I think you'd be better off away from Mike. You're like his echo, aren't you, really?
That's what I told him.
So what are you going to do, then?
Go to London. I don't think I've got much choice, really.
Oh, I'll miss you. I envy you, too. I wish I had a job to go to in London. I'd go like a shot.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I've made boss down there, I'll ask for you to be sent down as my extra special personal assistant.
I'll keep you to that.
You do that.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Emily. You're in the middle of your lunch.
No, I'm not. I'm just finishing. Come on in. Are you looking for Deirdre?
Yes.
You've just missed her, I'm afraid. She's taking Tracy to the baths.
Ah.
It's for the littlers this afternoon. Can I take a message?
No, I was just passing and thought I'd pop in and say hello. Emily,
Yes?
has Deirdre spoken to you at all about the divorce, I mean?
A bit.
I mean, it seems to be getting her done.
Well, it is unsettling, isn't it? I know it would unsettle me.
Yes, but, well, I mean, it has got its positive side, hasn't it? I mean, when it's all over, she'll be her own woman again. She'll be a free agent. She'll have a future again.
That's the future she's afraid of.
Pardon?
Well, Deirdre was only saying yesterday that being still married to Ray gives her some sort of protection. It makes her feel safe.
Well, from what?
Or the commitments. I mean, as far as I understand it, Deirdre feels as long as she's married, she doesn't have to make any firm commitments. She feels no one can expect her to, or make emotional demands on her because she isn't free.
But as soon as she's divorced...
Then it'll be different. She'll have to start making decisions again.
Like me, for instance.
Among other things, yes.
And that frightens her.
It makes her feel very vulnerable.
So that's it.
Does that make sense?
Well, I should say it explains a lot of things.
I'm sure she'll come to terms with things in time. All you've got to do is be patient.
No, I didn't know about that. It's news to me, mate. Tell you what, been news to my girls as well. Yeah, okay, fine, thanks. Well, thanks for letting us know anyway. See ya. Hi. Hello, mate. I won't be a minute, see you in a minute. Can I have a little bit of hush, please, girls? Can you just hush a minute? I've been on the Trades Council again. They've been giving me a few more details about the financial side of this trip.
What do they find? I'm not sure.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, aren't I? There's the coach fare, there's a Channel ferry there and back. So all in all, set you back about 40 quid.
You are?
40 quid! And then I suppose you want to bring a bottle of scotch back, you know, and some rock for your granny. So add another, what, 20 quid for spending. All in all, I think it'll put you out about £60. That's what you've got to know.
Wait, did you go to Spain for a week for that? But you said it were free.
Oh, no, I didn't, Vera. You assumed it was free. I didn't say anything one way or the other. Now, the details will be on the notice board, so don't bother me again, all right?
Well, I'll go to the foot of our stairs.
Hard luck, Vera. Hey, that's taking wind out of the sails. 60 quid just for a long weekend in Charleville. I'm glad I didn't win a place now.
So, I've decided to take you up on your offer and go to London.
I'm sure you won't regret it, son.
I hope not, Mike. I mean, I've never worked away from home, never mind in London. It's well, it's a big step.
I know it is. But you've got to go with a positive attitude. You know, all guns blazing. It's no use going around here.
Give us a bleeding chance, will ya? I mean, you've not exactly made me trainee manager of the month, you know. Give us a time to get used to things down there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll say just one last thing. One day you're going to thank me for this. So let's have a few drinks then. I'll invite the girls. When? Up to you.
Oh, no, I'd rather not.
But why?
Well, if I was going for other reasons, okay, but... Well, they'll all know the truth, and... Well, I couldn't pretend to be enjoying myself. Not even smashed out my mind.
Okay. We'll have a few drinks when I get down to smoke then, eh?
We will. No danger.
Shake on it?
Why not?
It's half a marge, £2 of granulated, quarter of tea, a pound of jam.
Can I collect it tomorrow?
Yeah, of course you can, love.
Oh, Tarlo. It's not that I haven't time to work. I just haven't got money. Till I go home and pinch a few quid out of his pocket while he's asleep.
Want to know?
What? Him after 6 pints? You could pinch his false teeth and he wouldn't know.
If you're interested, we've got a very nice line in Chinese specialities.
Not for me, love. You'll have to find some Chinese to send them to. Bye, at Lynn Fairclough. You do remind me of my husband. When he's not proper bar up, he looks proper poorly. See ya.
Little does she know I've walked all the way down this street.
Hey, I'm glad you came in.
Aye, what can I do for you, mate?
I want you to straighten Reenie out about a few things.
Yeah, well, what sort of thing then, eh?
Well, this business with Bet. Tell her how it was all your idea.
Business with Bet?
Hey? About what you advised me to do and...
What are you talking about, mate?
Lane.
Why don't you just give it up, love? You're making it worse.
Look, it's true, Lane.
I've suspected love for some time about you and Bet. I've seen you, you know, the looks you give one another and your hands touching sometime and sometimes lingering and... Well, I never said anything because... Well, I thought it would pass. Well, seems like I'm wrong.
Hey, what's going on?
You're not the only one, Alf Roberts, that likes a bit of fun. Hey, it wasn't bad acting, was it, that?
Well, you convinced him, didn't you?
Oh, you pair of balmy...
Hey, and you're no better coming in here straight-faced, denying all knowledge.
That was Bet's idea.
Oh, she's in picture now, is she? Well, thank heavens for that. Now we can forget the whole thing.
Hey.
What?
You're a bit sure of yourself, aren't you?
How do you mean?
Well, how do you know that there wasn't a bit of hanky-panky between me and Bet?
Oh, no chance. Who but me and fancy a pudding like you?
Oh.
Hello? Oh, Elsie, how are you? Yeah, I know Paul Haynes. Why? He said what? Well, they're rotten. Yeah, I'm denying it. I never said any of those things. And since when have I been sneaky, Elsie? You what? Oh, no, you don't mean that. Well, that's very short notice, isn't it? Yeah, I understand you. A week's notice, so... I don't say words like that. I'm a lady. Yeah, I do understand you. Yeah, well, goodbye.
Hey, do you know what I fancy? Some fried bread, smothered in tomato sauce. You haven't done fried bread for a bit, have you?
You know them headlines what read, Berserk wife stabs husband with bread knife? Well, I can understand them. Only in your case, it's like liable to be a flipping sewing needle.
Now, what have I done now?
Oh, nothing. Just been your usual clod-hopping, insensitive self, which is more than enough for justified homicide, as any judge will tell you.
All right, Petrocelli. Just 'cause he can't go to France, I suppose.
Amazing. Yeah, just could be something to do with that. Something to do with me getting the second biggest disappointment of my entire life. First one, we're marrying you.
I wasn't going to ask.
You know, to your average man in the street these days, 60 quid isn't a fortune. I mean, your average man in the street could scrape up 60 quid if he had to.
I dare say.
I dare say. So why is it my average flaming man can't even scrape up 60 rotten pence?
We never could save money, could we?
Never had none to flipping save.
What do I do? Sell me body to science?
Well, if they sold them by the pound, we'd make a fortune. Be enough for me trip to France and for Christmas. You remember Christmas, do you? All the folk are throwing their brass around like water, and we're making an undersized chicken last the week.
Well, it's only a weekend. You'll be travelling all the time. And you'll get sick on coach.
I've never been sick on a coach in my life. It's always you with all that ale swilling round inside you.
Well, on the boat then, crossing the channel. It's always rough, you know. Up and down, up and down, up and down.
How much fried bread do you want?
I've gone off it now. Look, I'm doing my best, Chuck. I know you won't believe me, but I'm sorry you can't go on that trip.
Oh, we're lengthening this for it to know. Might as well finish it now. It's the only cocktail frock I've got. Do you know, this one you, Luke, when I first got it. Then it were a maxi, then a mini, then a midi. It's like me, this frock. Been through every flipping phase there's ever been and still surviving. Just. Me and this frock should be put in a museum for battered relics, you know. Them what have served.
Well, it's a dance frock. You'll have no chance to dance.
Oh, yeah. On the Saturday night. Oh, there's going to be a big reception in Charleville Town Hall. With all the local bigwigs there and a champagne buffet and flowers for the ladies and a proper band. And I'm still flipping well going if it's the last thing I ever do.
Not tying on a string vest or anything, are you?
Yes, but you can come in. What do you want? I'm having me lunch. I'm entitled by law and even better by the TUC.
This is yours, I believe.
Oh, my wage packet. Where did you find it?
Dropped it in the yard. I saw it as I was walking across.
Oh, my money's still in it. Do you want a chip as a reward?
Nope, thank you very much. Well, I can see you live here by yourself.
Well, I'm never in long enough to clean up anymore. I never used to mind stopping in, you know, but now, well, the house is different. It's dead creepy. You know, sometimes I wake up in the night and think I can hear Elsie snoring or Gail giggling like she used to do, you know.
Get scared, do you?
Scared? No. Lonely.
Really?
But it can't go on much longer. Elsie's given me an ultimatum.
Oh? What sort of ultimatum?
She phoned and said I've got a week to get out the house.
The house isn't sold yet, is it?
Whether the house is sold or not.
Does she mean it?
I don't know. But either way, I'll have to do something. The house is going to be sold sooner or later. I don't want to end up in the street, do I?
Well, you can get yourself a little flat or something, surely.
Oh, you haven't heard the horror story about Gail and Brian trying to find somewhere. And Bet Lynch, she didn't have a joyride till she moved in with Renee.
I know some people in the property business.
It would surprise me if you didn't.
If you're in trouble, let me know. Look, I know we've had our differences in the past, but I think you'll find me helpful in the circumstances.
Okay, I remember that.
Right, see you later then.
Ta-ra.
Oh, are you going out tonight?
I could go to a party.
Private?
No.
And I'm at a loose end myself tonight.
Come if you like.
Right. I will.
I see Mrs. Tanner hasn't sold her house yet.
Nah, she's asking too much for it, in my opinion. She'll have to come down a bit, you know, unless she wants it to stick.
Why, how much does she want for it?
8,250, I think.
Hey, I bet you'd accept 8, though, Len. What? We paid 7 for ours a year ago, and that was dear then.
Ooh, prices have shot up since then.
And she knows. She's always reading the property columns, you know, in those posh magazines in the shop.
Well, one day we might want to buy a beautifully appointed luxury home with magnificent main rooms, ideal for entertaining, with master bedroom with ensuite bathroom, plus sauna, plus garage for 3 cars with electrically operated door.
You see?
Then you'll be glad you have someone in the family who knows their onions.
Anyway, I don't think she'll get more than 7.5 for it.
I agree. You could hardly say that it was decorated in the very best of taste, could you?
Aye, and speaking of decorating, I better make a start on our Brian and Gail's bedroom before they get back. Otherwise, Harvey will be starting on me.
Hey, I meant what I said, you know, before.
Yeah, I know you did. And if I do need any help, I'll yell.
Only you said, like, you don't like the stripping off, you know.
Pardon? Oh, no. Well, it's not the part I'm keenest on, you see. I've got to admit that. I like the constructive side, the papering and the painting.
Yeah, well, they are. I'm just the opposite, you see. I love ripping stuff off me.
And he doesn't just mean wallpaper, do you, Chuck?
Brings out the beast in me.
You see, Bert, you better let him give you hand if he wants to, or else you'll be responsible for him unleashing all those hidden frustrations on some poor helpless female.
Listen, you don't have to hint, you know. You've only got to ask me.
Oh, all right, come on. Hey, but just you remember who's gaffer.
Who's gaffer?
Ivy, of course.
Hey, you want to get your Ivy a box of chocolates or something, Joe?
Do I? What for?
Poor lamb, she's pig sick because she can't go to France, ain't she, Ida?
Oh, as miserable as sin.
Do you know, that's funny. I hadn't noticed it. But then, I only live with her, don't I? Bye.
On a lager and lime, and on de bonnet and lemonade, s'il vous plaît.
Is she like this all the time?
She never stops.
How do you stand it?
I don't. I'll very likely strangle her.
If I were going to France, the only place I'd want to go to is Saint-Tropez.
Hey, they're all topless there.
They're all topless everywhere abroad now. It's the common thing.
I don't see the point myself. The nude female body, with very few exceptions, is not particularly attractive. A little covering up is far more alluring, don't you think?
Spoiled sport.
As it happens, I think Mrs. Walker's right. In fact, I couldn't agree with her more.
Hey, what about you, Vera? You fancy burying your hole for England?
Hey, me and Hilda will be showing flag, no danger. Isn't that right, Stan?
So long as that's all you'll be showing, or else your girl's chucked out at Common Market. Her and Hilda, topless. Makes me boggling double time, does that?
What do you say, Vera?
I'm just saying, me and your Hilda with them sexy froggies. Bye, it. They'll wonder what's hitting when we get over there.
You will know what's it if you don't flaming well belt up.
Told you I love this bit.
Yeah, well, just make sure you make a proper job of it.
Listen, when I've finished, you'll be able to see your face in these walls. Hey, have you got a pencil?
Yeah? Hang on. I've got a felt tip, I think, somewhere. Yeah, is that any use?
Yeah, that'll do. Ta.
I've got a funny feeling I'm going to regret this.
Are you in?
No, I'm doing hang gliding off Blackpool Tower.
Oh, you're very witty today, aren't you?
Oh, well, why shouldn't I be? I mean, somebody with everything to be cheerful about, like me. It's a laugh a minute. What do you want?
Well, as you're asking, will you keep this key for me for a couple of hours? It's all right, it is a spare.
What do you want me to do with it?
Oh, without giving you a funny answer. I've got a young couple, the Delaney's, coming to the house 3:30. And I've got to go to work.
Well, you're never going to let them walk around there on their own.
No, you can escort them if you like. Actually, you're right. I shouldn't let them walk around on their own, should I, strangers? They might steal Elsie's heirloom chip pan.
You know, you've got a cheek, madam, asking me to do you any favours.
Well, that's me, isn't it, Hilda? Cheeky.
All right, go on then, just this once, but don't go making a habit of it.
I won't. Hey, what's this then?
It's a frock.
Paper taffeta.
Yeah, well, it is old.
It's dead in now, this 50s gear.
That were my 50s gear and my 60s gear and my 70s gear. Looks like being my 80s and 90s gear and all if I live that long.
It is probably worth more than you paid for it now.
Oh, aye, and another bus dashed past.
All right. I'll get back to the fun factory. Oh, and leave the key on the sideboard when you've done it.
Hey, just a minute. What you said about that frock being worth something? Well, did you mean it? Or were you just being your usual snide little self?
Me? Snide? No, if you took that into one of these second-hand shops, I'm telling you, you'd get, well, a tenner at least. Ta-ra.
Yeah.
It's only me, love. I've just popped in to see how you're doing.
Not bad, but a cup of tea and a jam donut wouldn't go amiss.
What the heck are you doing here?
I'm the gaffer's assistant.
And since when did my Bert need an assistant for a piddling little job like this?
Since I told him he's in, a very good job we're making of it and all with a team. Isn't that right, Squire?
Yeah.
Bert, what's going on here? I volunteered to go out for a sewing room case so as I could nip back and see how you're doing, and I found this big banana here.
Oh, yeah, well, like he said, he's helping me, love.
Helping you to make a mess of things if I know him.
As a matter of fact, we've got on very well. We're ready to start the painting, as you can see. And I'll tell you something, we wouldn't have been till about 8 o'clock tonight, but for him.
Yeah, you see, I've got me uses. Now, what about that cup of tea?
Well, kettle's outside, milk's in fridge, sugar's in bowl, and water's in tap, and Bert. I don't want no skimping because you're too busy nattering to him to concentrate, right?
Yes, anything you say, my sweet. Hey, you needn't look at me like that neither, because sometimes it pays to keep 'em quiet. Know what I mean? Still, you wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Me? I know more about the female species than the Encyclopedia Britannica. Why do you think I never got married?
Where are you going with that now?
Oh, don't look so hopeful. I'm not leaving you. Not till I get a better offer any road.
What's it for?
It's just some stuff while I'm flogging.
Stuff? There's now the mine in there, is there?
Oh, don't worry. If you'd out worth flogging, I'd be flogging it. Who'd want to buy one of your moth-eaten out-size old ganses?
If you don't want to tell me, then don't.
Look, it's just some old clothes of mine what I've kept over the years. Not out of sentiment, but because they're all a flaming well got. Any road, some of them are back in fashion now and they might be worth a bob or two.
I'd spend good brass on your gear.
Teenagers with more money than sense. Any road, there's nothing wrong with them. They're all in very good condition. I mean, I've had to look after them, haven't I?
Well, if you can get something for 'em.
I'm willing to try, Stanley. I'm willing to try anything. I've told you, I'm determined to have a good Christmas and go on my trip to France. And it's no good me sitting on my bottom waiting for Santa Claus to do something about it, because he's lost this address long since.
Hiya. Hi. Ready?
Don't it look as though I am?
Come on in. Let's go.
Well, hang on. Are you afraid somebody might see you? Oh, too late. Hello, Hilda. How were the Delaney's? Did they like the house?
Well, they weren't very impressed, and I can't say I blame them. State the place is in, it's like a pigsty.
Well, you're an expert on that, aren't you? But anyway, thanks a lot.
Off on the toot, are you, with the boss?
That's right. Life is one long whirl of pleasure.
Yeah, it is for some.
Well, you know what they'll all be talking about tomorrow.
Well, I'm not bothered.
Nor me, as long as I enjoy myself.
How's the decorating going? I've no idea. I'm keeping out at Rome. Whatever he wants to get that Eddie Yates involved for, I don't know. He'd have been far better off doing it on his own.
Hey, I've got my Jack to promise to do that kitchen while I'm in France.
I bet you'll be glad to get your Gail and Brian back, won't you? Do you know, I'll tell you what, house has been very quiet without them. Do you know what I've been doing? I've still been shopping for 3. Well, it'll be for 4 now.
You know, I just thought with me going to France, it'd be a good opportunity, like.
I expect you're looking forward to it ever so much, aren't you? I know I would be.
Oh, I am, Chuck. Do you know it'd be a right change? You know, to get away from the same humdrum routine round here.
Oh, do you know, my most favourite film ever was Gigi, with Leslie Kerr on and Maurice Chevalier.
Well, what's that got to do with anything?
Well, it was set in France, in Gay Paris.
Well, it's not like that now. Do you know, this one still thinks that they go clopping along them boulevards in open landau's and then they go to Maxime's for the dinner, shout ooh la la.
Oh, I don't think any such thing.
You do? She's not going to Paris anyway. She's going to some grotty little industrial town, just as humdrum as Weatherfield.
It's not, you know. Charlesville's a very nice place. It's an old walled city.
Oh, that's right. You went that time, didn't you, on that council trip? Remember when you told Rita that wives and fiancés couldn't go, and it was only when you got back that you found out you got it all wrong?
Thank you and good night, Miss Lynch.
Well, I quite agree with Mavis. It was a delightful film. Don't make them like that anymore.
They don't make blokes like that Louis Jordan no more, neither.
Hey, well, if they do, Chuck, I'll wrap him up and fetch him back for you. That's a promise. Anyway, it's my shout, lasses. What are you having? Garçon!
Oh, do you want coffee or what?
Do I get a choice?
I wouldn't have asked you in if I thought you weren't going to behave yourself.
You wouldn't have asked me in if you thought I would.
You really reckon I fancy you, don't you?
I think you do, yeah. But I think you're just a teeny bit scared of me being outside your usual league.
Big head.
Confidence comes with experience.
Well, you've had a lot of time to practice that.
Oh, come on now. How old do you think I am?
Well, you used to reckon you were 30.
Oh, no, a little bit older than that.
How much older?
Not much.
How much?
Not much.
Liar. You didn't enjoy that party, did you?
I was absolutely fascinated, especially by that bloke with the striped hair.
Oh, no, Mannion. He's a bit way out, isn't he?
He's a freak.
Punk?
Yeah, freak.
Well, he's very intelligent, really.
Oh, come on. You've got to be some sort of an idiot to go around like that. I mean, what's the difference between him and circus clowns, eh? And they do it for laughs.
And weren't you ever a teddy boy?
Oh, no. Before my time, that done.
In a minute, you'll be telling me you're younger than me.
At heart, definitely.
Well, you're right about one thing. You are experienced.
And that was just for starters, darling.
Promises, promises. Oh, you have remembered where you live, then?
I came back at 6, but you were out, so I went down to Chippy.
About 7:30 when I got in. Stopped in town for a cup of tea and a bun.
I called in to see how Bert and Eddie were doing with the painting. They're doing Brian's bedroom, you know, for the newlyweds.
Oh.
Not bad. Well, how'd you get on?
Well, they took a couple of things.
What'd you get?
Well, I don't know. You see, they tell you what they think they'll get, and then you leave them there, and when you go back, they say what they've managed to make. Might be about £7.50 if I'm lucky.
Hey, that's not bad for a few odds and sods.
You know, this were my first shorty. Oh, I were dead proud of this. Wore it to the works outing in Llandudno. We used to call them bum freezers. Oh, and do you remember what we used to call these? Winkle pickers. You took me dancing to the Tower Ballroom Blackpool in these. Only they wouldn't let us in because they said they made holes in the floor. So then we walked down the prom after the pubs had shut. And it would have been dead romantic, only these things were crippling me. And you kept going on about the wind giving you pains in your ears. And that was me Jackie Onassis pillbox. Wore that to our Audrey's lad's wedding, you remember? That was when daft Uncle Henry laced me drink and they had to carry me upstairs to the spare room. Never saw none of the salmon salad, not to mention the sherry trifle. Oh, no. They might just be odds and sods to you, Stan. But they're memories to me. Every flipping one of them. Do you know, I sometimes think it's all my life's made up of now. Memories.
You're going on that trip to France. And we're going to have a good Christmas, too.
Are we?
We are. You'll see. Somehow.
Aye. How'd you fancy a cup of cocoa and a nice round of hot buttered toast?
Who's that?
I don't know.
Oh, well, ignore it.
Can't. It might be Gail. She might come in. She's got a key.
Aye.
Norman.
If ever I needed a bed, you said?
Did I?
Yeah, definitely. If ever you need a bed, well, tonight I need a bed.
Oh, well, come in. I would. Hey, I've got company.
Oh, not flash, Harry.
Don't call him that to his face. Guess who's turned up?
Hello and goodbye.
Is he human?
Watch it, Sonny.
Now, boys.
You must be joking.
What does he want?
A bed.
There's a wonderful in Harrison's.
Oh, very funny, Dad.
Look, get rid of him, will you?
I can't. I promised him a bed whenever he wanted one. He wants one tonight.
I don't believe it. You can't be serious.
Your boyfriend obviously doesn't like me, Susie.
He's not my boyfriend.
Why do you go around dressed like that, then, eh? Come on, what's it all about, eh?
Punk. That's a sign of protest, mate.
Yeah, protest. The word.
Well, do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Well, there were all these unemployed kids, you see, in London. Well, they were all over the place, but that's where it started in the smoke. And he wore the torn gear and the safety pins. It was a symbol, really. A play saying, look at us, look at the way we are.
Well, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, but big business jumped on the bandwagon. Shops started selling bondage suits to the kids who could afford them. Charged 200 quid a time. It was a real political thing, and it got all twisted and exploited.
So now you don't have to advertise anymore?
It's escape stuff, innit? Fantasy time. Our lives are still boring. Well, during the day, anyway.
Whose isn't?
Yeah, Well, that's why the discos. You go to any punk disco and you see all the kids dressed up as plastic models like David Bowie or the Sex Pistols.
So what are you then when you're not a punk, eh?
I'm a superstar.
Where are you going?
It's decision time, darling.
We're not into decisions, are we, Susie?
No.
The generation gap, darling. All that aggro for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
I saw the lights on.
You haven't been working till now.
No. We finished at 9 o'clock, but then Ivy came round and made a bit of supper and... Oh, and I watched that film. Hey, how's it going, Duchess?
How's what going?
You know, the Shot for Fund.
Eh?
Shot for. Send Hilda Ogden to France Fund. How's it going?
Oh, it isn't. Well, not so you notice.
Well, here you are. Perhaps that'll give it a boost.
What's this?
That is what's known as £5 of the Queen's Liquid. It's amazing what you can get for it these days, you know. I have heard you can get quarter of a pint of petrol. Of course, you've got to know where to go for it.
You lending it me?
Well, it's a permanent loan. Look, well, Bert gave it me for doing a job, you know. Look, I enjoyed myself earning it. You enjoy yourself spending it. I'll tell you what, get a fat sparrow for Christmas instead of a tin one.
Well, thanks, Eddie. Are you invited to the feast?
Well, of course I am.
All right. It's all right for you now. You've got no responsibility. But what if you got a girl and kids? What then?
Responsibilities are two-sided, love. I mean, why does a girl have to depend on a man? Would you?
No. Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
See, you haven't thought about it, have you? I'm making you thinking about it. I mean, well, give me that.
Oh, you're different to what I thought you were, I'll tell you that.
Well, that's just because you're beginning to scratch the surface. Tell me, what will your neighbours think when they see me leaving here tomorrow morning? But what's more important, girl, do you care? Breakfast's up, come and get it.
Hey, who taught you this then?
I'm not just a pretty head of hair, you know.
Yeah, but look at it. Tea, toast, marmalade. Oh, that's some decent music.
Hey, do you mind? That is the Polyvision Dancers from Prince Igor by Baroden.
Who says?
I'm not stupid, so get your sticky hands off the tranny, will you?
Hey, you. It's my house.
Oh, there you go. Possessions, possessions, possessions. And it's not your house anyway, it's hers. What's
Elsie's.
Yeah, Elsie. Very easy going, Elsie, I'd say.
Oh, you wouldn't say that if you had her shouting at me 24 hours a day.
Well, she's either easy going or she's flying over the cuckoo's nest. I mean, in anybody's language, this is a fair pad. And she lets you rule. A nutter who picks up strange fellas at parties and brings them home.
And it's a good job I did, or you'd have slept in the rain.
So my hair did run. You don't let rubbish like me into a pad like this. I could have chopped the place up, couldn't I? I might yet.
Just you try it.
Hey, I'll tell you something about that sofa, though. I wouldn't chop that up. There isn't one dove spring in that sofa. That's the comfiest sofa I have ever slept on, that sofa. If I wasn't a mate of yours, I'd take that sofa with me on my back. Seeing I'm not chopping the place up.
But you are a mate of mine.
Yeah, I'm a mate of yours.
Who doesn't like possessions.
Ah, I'm not talking about the necessities in life. They're all right. But look at this place. It's like Woolies. 2 of everything and 3 of the most. I mean, what do you want all them knives and forks for? And them cups and saucers? Look at me. Do I look like a drain on the consumer services?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You can't get a decent card of safety pins since you lot started.
No, they're the kind of jokes we've been told to ignore by our leaders, who will one day rule the world. Hey, but till then, tell us about your old fella. Was there any aggro after last night?
What old fella?
Well, the one that brought you home. You know, the one you showed the outside of your house to. Sorry, Elsie, you know.
He is not my old fella. He's my boss, and I treat him just like everybody else. Just the same.
He fancies you rotting him.
Do you blame him?
Well, you don't do nothing for me.
Oh, thanks very much.
Well, I'm honest, aren't I? Hey, and seeing that we're both honest and good mates and that, I was wondering if I could stay here today. You see, I've got to lift to Liverpool tonight in a meat wagon. I should smell just right when I get back. I'm prepared to wet my passage, do a bit of dusting, a bit of washing. Have you got any washing?
There's loads in the bathroom.
Oh, consider it done then.
Well, wherever turns you on. Oh, crap. Hey, I thought you said you were a soap packer.
I am. I don't believe in social security, you know. A fair day's work for a fair day's pay. Work is the medicine of the masses. Good, strong, solid work. It's food for the soul.
Oh, aye. So why aren't you going in then?
We're on strike. Did you come back here for your dinner?
Yeah, 1 o'clock. I'll bring something in with me.
Oh, great. Well, off you go then and get some soul food down here.
Sure.
Mind bending.
Hey, up. I nearly splashed it.
Well, I didn't mean it.
What's that supposed to mean? Hey, do you know, you sound like an advert on the telly. Do you actually mean or do you mean
Bert, are you sure that top coat's magnolia? Because it's a lot paler than it used to be. It were a lot darker than that when you did them bedrooms at Inkerman Street, and that were magnolia.
Look, what can't speak, can't lie.
Well, do you think it's dark enough, though, love honest? Won't be a minute.
Hey, aren't
Morning.
you better be going to work?
I said I were coming.
Well, I just thought I'd come and have a look at the decorating, you know.
Well, come on then, let's have you looking and let's get off to work.
Very nice. Where's that piece of paper, Eddie? It's put on upside down.
Where do you think it is? We took it off. It's in dustbin.
You never. Will you have to buy another roll?
Yes, love, I'm afraid we will.
So that's your first laugh for today. Now, come on, let's be having you.
Very nice. Is that top coat?
Yeah.
Don't you think it's a bit pale for magnolia? I always thought it were deeper than that. Not a lot, but deeper.
Well, it's what I want. Right, I'm off. Don't you forget that bed of Brian's is coming today. I don't want you missing it.
Why? Where am I going?
I know you when you get wrapped up in your work. You couldn't take judgment, Belle. Now, come on, let's shift.
Hey, I wish my Jack were like you, you know. Do you hear separating? If you still stood there, look at that wall when I got back. Work like that, hypnotising.
I've got £24.90 towards my trip to France. And near all the clothes I've got left of them I stand up in. Well, almost. That leaves me 35 quid short, on 10pence. And you've got about as much grey matter as a backward flea.
What's that?
I said I've got 35 quid short for my trip to France. Any ideas for raising a bit of cash?
Well, there's no hurry. It's not till the middle of next month.
I didn't ask you when I was going. I said, have you got any ideas for raising money?
If I had, I'd be raising some, wouldn't I?
Oh, Stanley, doesn't it ever occur to you to put in a bit of extra effort for something for your wife?
Of course.
Well, let's be seeing it then. Stir yourself. Think.
Not easy.
If you mean thinking, you don't have to tell me.
I mean making money.
Look, Stanley, if making money was easy, I wouldn't be sitting here looking at you, would I?
Where would you be?
Never you mind. Carry on thinking.
Of course, there is something, you know.
What?
In the mornings, you work for Annie Walker, don't you? In the evenings, you work over there.
So?
So, what about an afternoon job? See, it's worth thinking about. I mean, I'd chip in if I could. I thought about getting some evening work in a pub, like. But humping those crates about, I wouldn't last 5 minutes with my back. I could be working on the lorries, too, earning good money. Do you know why I chucked the lorries up?
It were hard work.
Oh, it were that loading, unloading. Hey, my back's got a lot to answer for, I tell you. Still, we aren't badly off, really, are we? Do you know, in Russia, they have women working on building sites, odd carrying.
Shh. What was that?
What?
Somebody in next door.
No, I saw her going to work.
Well, there's somebody in there. Hey! What do you think you're doing?
The washing. Why do you want some doing? Get them off and I'll show them in.
I hope you know you're trespassing.
Very good try, Dad. Very near. You got the wrong one out the two, though. You see, it's you that's trespass.
I'm not trespassing. I'm merely being a good neighbour, looking after the security of my neighbour's home. And I'll tell you one thing straight, I don't like the look of you.
Why? What's up with me?
Well, you're one of them punk rockets, aren't you?
Yeah, what are you?
I'm a respectable married woman, that's what I am.
Oh. I have seen one before, actually. She didn't look like you, though. You look like one of us with that mechanised hairdo.
Oh!
Hey, you're not Smelly Nelly, are you?
No, I'm not Smelly Nelly, unless of your cheek. What are you doing here?
The washing, like I said. Susie said I could stay here, you see. Well, she brought me home last night, which is very good of her, considering.
Considering what?
Oh, nothing really. The doctors all said I'd be all right. But the Pro Bowl wouldn't have let me out, would they? Well...
Are you having me on?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course I'm having you on.
Yeah, well, I'll leave you to your work, seeing as I've checked up.
What's that on your neck?
Nothing!
Can I press you to another, sir?
Put that damn thing down till I've finished.
Sorry, sir. Only trying to help, sir. Still, never mind. Here's someone who'll cheer you up, sir.
You must be joking.
I'm going to tell over you, you rotten devil. Do you know what he's just said? I've just said here's somebody who'll cheer you up, and he's just said you must be joking. See, I've told on you. Oh, what do you expect? He's ignorant. Devote your life to him, they treat you like muck. Even the best of them are mediocre.
What do you want?
Eh?
What's the matter with it?
Nothing. Do you know, I've just seen something on that street. At least I think I have. Animal, vegetable or mineral? Animal. Human being? Yeah, I think. You're doubtful? Yes. Elder Ogden? No, nothing like her. That can only be an improvement. What, with green and orange hair? Ah, male or female? Anybody's guess. Oh, one of them. Can't be doing with that, can you? Leave 'em in no doubt. That's my motto, eh, sir? Now then, you're a gentleman, aren't you? As apart from being a lady, he is a gentleman, isn't he? Well, he's daft enough. That's what I mean.
Oh, go and get the old flaming ale. Fred!
And not even a sense of humour. Not even a sense of humour.
There you are, look, Stanley, it's there in black and white. You can read it for yourself. 12 quid a week, 600 a year.
600 a year? Is that what we spend on beer?
Well, that's a conservative estimate, that, Stanley.
Well, we should save a bob or two there, then, shouldn't we?
Not that easy, you know. Either it'll take a great effort of willpower, or we'll have to forget to pay now and again. Neither of which have got much going for them.
I thought the big advantage of being self-employed like was that if you wanted an extra bob or two, all you had to do was work a bit harder.
Yeah, well, that's the theory. In practice, it doesn't quite work out like that. I mean, if you hate working 10 hours a day, you're going to hate the sight of working 15, aren't you? Not right, Stan?
You speak for yourself. Hard work didn't hurt anybody. If you want a hand with the painting this afternoon, I'll do it union rates.
Eh? Oh, well, you see, Stan, I've nearly finished, and besides, I'm out this afternoon anyway.
How are you going to get that money? You have to grovel on the gutter for every flaming penny. Give us another round, Phil, will you?
Oh, I want to have a word with you.
Well, take your pick. There's a lot about.
Well, let's start with weirdos, shall we? Still around, is he?
Twice as lively and twice as colourful.
Yes, so I've noticed. Well, if paint stripper won't do it, I'll lend you a blow lamp. Might get the dirt off as well.
Oh, talking from personal experience, are we? I'll tell him you asked after it.
She moves like a marmalade tabby, doesn't she, eh?
Same number of lives as well.
Women, they're clever.
Not that one. She doesn't realise she's only got one life left. Give us a large scotch, will you, Bess?
Oh, hello. Hey, could I have a word?
Certainly you can, Hilda. I've just been given one. You can have that one with pleasure. Though I'm not quite sure what it is.
No. Well, that visitor of yours.
Norman.
Oh, Norman, is it? Yeah. Well, is that right? He's been in prison.
Is that what he told you?
Yeah. And now the doctor said he was all right now, so they let him out. Do you think he was having me on?
I don't know. He's very unpredictable. That's why I like him. You'll find out.
Don't think I'll bother, thanks. Oh, and while we're on the subject, I don't think Elsie'd be too struck.
She'll be tickled pink.
Don't you believe it? She might be broad-minded, but she's not that broad-minded.
She will be when she knows he's buying the house. I'm trying to tell you, Hilda, he's going to be your next-door neighbour.
they're out.
Who said?
I do. She works over there and he's out for the afternoon. I said they were out.
Marvellous, innit? You pull your guts out all day for them and we're out. And when they're in it, where were you yesterday? I waited in all day for you. Make you flaming sick, don't they?
Where is it, any road?
A bed.
We'll show it in the backyard. It's just round the corner, I'll show you.
I reckon we'd better. And we, lad? Because if it's not left today, it'll be a fortnight. I'm not changing my route for the likes of these.
We'll show it in the backyard. It's just round the corner.
Let's go.
Hello. Decorating his dream house, are we?
No, I've just this minute come down, love. It's right, 27 minutes past by that clock.
Well, how are you going on up there, then?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've finished. I just come down 2 minutes ago.
You finished?
Yeah.
Hey, how does bed look?
Oh, it didn't come, love.
You were asleep, weren't you, Bert?
How many flaming more times do you want telling? I've been up there grafting all afternoon. I've just come down 2 minutes ago.
Honest? Ain't it typical? You're waiting for 'em all day and what happens?
Well, I told you, didn't I? It's a cheap jack firm.
Hey, there's no cheap jack about that bed or price.
Oh, give over moaning. That'll come tomorrow. Any road, you can leave the key with one of the neighbours.
Right. Bert!
Now what?
Just come here a minute, love. What's them? Bedding plants?
Hey, how the heck did they get there?
Well, the fairies brought them, didn't they? While you were in Bobo's.
Look, there's no need to be sarcastic. I was upstairs working all afternoon, wide awake. And nobody knocked on that front door. Nobody.
Well, did you have wireless on?
No, I didn't have the wireless on.
Well, it didn't walk here, Bert.
And it's not going to walk upstairs either, is it? I mean, they're awkward things to carry, them things, you know. Mattresses.
Be even worse when it's wet through.
Huh?
It started to rain, you crate egg.
Yeah, I did. Is it right then what they say, that there's a punk rocker in the street?
Apparently, yes. There have been sightings, as the saying goes, emanating from the Tanner household, as one might expect.
Well, according to Rita, though, he were very polite. He just said hello.
Really?
Mind you never know whether to believe her. She's a great one for practical jokes.
Ah, but not this time. There is evidence of this being from the very highest possible source, Mrs. Ogden.
Well, it must be right, then.
It must indeed.
Done you any good, has it? Sucking up to the landlady?
I was doing no such thing.
Oh, put your face straight. Go and ring him up.
Ring who up?
Him you're pining after, your RSPCA fella.
Oh, I'm not pining after me RSPCA fella, as you call him.
Of course you are. It's written all over you. Look, phone him up and say this bird keeps squawking after me. Don't tell him it's me, though.
Look, I've no intention of bringing anybody up, Rita, so you can save your breath.
Well, stop looking so miserable, then. Have you seen your face? Have you ever seen a face as miserable as that? I'm talking to you. Have you ever seen a face as miserable as that? See? What can't speak can't lie.
Oh, yeah. I believe you saw him.
Did I? Who?
That punk fella.
Oh, him with funny hair.
Oh, him with funny everything. I suppose you know he's buying Elsie Tanner's place.
Yes, we have heard the rumour, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, no, it's no rumour. No, just like one of her tricks, that. She can even kick us in the teeth from 300 miles off.
Not many people can do that, Hilda.
No, I go on, laugh. You'll be laughing the other side of your faces when your houses get devoluted.
You come in here for a quiet drink, and what do you get? Yak, yak, yak.
Oh, go and talk to your mates about football.
It's all men ever do with trouble, that, and turn their backs on it. Always have. But it doesn't stop us doing something. Now, I think the first thing is a petition.
Against what?
Well, against him living in the street.
Well, you can't do that. That's discrimination. There are laws against it.
Oh, but them only apply to human beings. And he's no human being.
But you're too nice.
Well, that's what I am, basically, nice.
But I don't want you nice. I want you horrible. Go and put some more white stuff on your face and dirty your vest up a bit.
That's all you want me for, isn't it? A peep show. A thing of beauty.
Oh, go on, and don't forget your lines when we get there. There'll be sour beer in the old town tonight.
You didn't enjoy that, did you, Stan?
I did. Let's have another.
Hey, I'll get 'em.
You come with the money, have you?
No, I'm just trying to buy myself a favour. Right, what you having, you two comics? 2 pints, is it? Pint? So that's 3 pints and a half, Fred. You better have one yourself.
Who's you want murdering?
The stupid so-and-so left a bed in our backyard for a start.
Oh, you got it, did you? He was knocking and I stopped him, told him you were out, like, you know. He was going to take it away, but I said put it in the backyard.
Who said I was out?
You did, dinner time, went off to paint with you.
Yeah, I did just pop out. Well, look, about this favour I was asking, you see. What it is, I've got this bed in pieces at the foot of our stairs and I need a hand to get it up to the bedroom. I was just wondering if one of you would give me a hand, like. Well, you know, they're damn heavy things, these mattresses, you know what I mean?
Yeah, come on, I'll give you a hand, Squire. I'll tell you what, Fred, leave bait and Marge in the pump, we'll get it over with.
I'll pay you later, Fred, all right?
You better.
I mean it.
Hey, yeah, it's all right you offered him the pool.
Yeah.
Got a lot to answer for, you and me, haven't we?
Come on. Shall I get rid, Mrs. Walker?
No, we mustn't be provocative. Now, can I help you?
Yeah. Give us a lager and lime, and what's your liar? A glass of lemonade.
Certainly.
Excuse me, in a dirty glass.
Hey, just watch it as you turn in that corner. You scrape that wallpaper, you'll be doing all stairs and landing as well.
I'll tell you what, Squire, I'm glad she's yours.
What's that one? Ooh, I'm sorry, it's you.
Yeah, there's a hole in me vest.
There's nothing on that one.
Hey? Oh, yeah, I remember them being made. There wasn't much to say at the time.
That's a very advanced philosophy. You share President Carter's feelings, don't you? If there's nothing to say nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we don't want to take it round, do we? It might spoil our image if we started hobnobbing with the president and that.
You're a man of some education, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's been schools in Liverpool for must be, 10 or 11 years now.
Quite a sense of humour.
You need it looking like that, eh, Chuck?
There are times, yeah.
I'll bet there are.
Do you know, it's been so nice to meet you.
Hey, you're making quite an impression, kid. Hang on, here comes Hilda. Fangs out. Hello, Hilda. You've met Norman, haven't you?
Oh, yes, we've met. Still moving in number 11, are we?
Yeah, I'm just casing the joint, you know. Make sure there's no riff-raff living round us. Know what I mean?
We only just passed, Hilda.
Oh, did we? Oh, very pleased to hear that. Buying it for yourself, are you?
Yeah. Well, me and a commune, like, I'm going back to the pool tonight, see how many there are. If there's about 10, we're all right. I mean, there's no point in crowding the place out. We smell bad enough as it is already, you know what I mean?
10?
Well, give or take a couple, yeah.
Stan? They are. Now perhaps you'll listen. There's 10 of them moving in. Communists. Well, he's just said so. Joseph and his hair of many colours. Right, well, that does it. I mean, if we can't stop them, I'm selling up. I'm not stopping here to be sexually insulted.
Assaulted, Mrs. Ogden, and I don't really think there's any...
She knows what she means. She means sexually insulted. I mean, you're not waiting to be ignored, are you, Hilda?
Stanley, come here. We've got a lot to talk about.
He was kidding. Look at them having a giggle.
Of course he is. He's not coming to living round here.
Well, I thought that, but... Well, they have to live somewhere, don't they?
Trust you.
Hey, it's a little picture, is that room?
Well, look who you've had on the job.
Hey, Bert. Just 2 more days and he'll be back.
What are you talking about? He'll be back. They, love. Not him. They.
They'll be back, all right. I know, you don't have to tell me.
Listen, love, you know it's not going to be easy.
What?
Well, you know what they say about having 2 women in the same kitchen?
Bert, I've read all those articles in the women's magazines about how the daughter-in-law tries to take over the home, but it's not going to happen here. Because I can look after myself, don't you, Fred?
You're coming, aren't you?
Yeah. Come in.
Come in, love.
Right, I'm just off, love. Hey, there's a lamb chop under the grill if you fancy it.
Lamb chops? Are we celebrating?
Price it costs, you'll need your tie on to eat it. I think I'll get some for them too. Sure, I think I'll go mad and get a bit of steak.
Hells bells, what are you going to do then? Flog the carpet?
Well, he likes his bit of steak, Bert.
What time are you expecting him, Chuck?
About dinner time, I think. What are you going to do? Shall you wait up for him and go back to bed?
No, I think I'll wait up for him. I might just see if there's anything needs doing in that bedroom, you know
There's
what I mean?
no needs doing, Bert. It's all been done, and if they don't like it...
They'll like it well enough.
Well, I hope so, because we couldn't have done better if he'd have wed royalty.
Yeah, but there just might be an odd job needs finishing off, know what I mean?
Bert, will you stop fretting your horse on me about worrying?
I've just thought on, there's no lock on that door.
Yes, there is a lock. No key to it.
Ah, but it doesn't look as though it's been shifted in 50 years, that lock to me.
Well, so what? There's no lock on our door, is there?
No, well, that's different.
Well, what's different? There's only us living here. We're not likely to go barging in on it.
No, but, well, they don't know that, do they? Any road, I think they just feel safer with a lock on door.
Well, all right, if you say so, but you're not get a key to fit
Hey,
that.
I'll tell you what. I'll buy one of them little bolts. I mean to say, it's neither here nor there, but I just think they might feel a bit, well, you know, thingy.
Yeah, all right. But don't you mark that paint.
Well, I don't believe they're moving in, so pull the other one.
They are. You ask Hilda.
She's weak in bed. She'll believe anything.
Well, you wouldn't mind living next to Norman and his punk friends, would you?
Listen, if I can put up with Oggies on one side, it wouldn't bother me if he sold it to Yetis. I mean, he's practically a lodger next door, and he is a Yeti.
You are?
See? That's good morning in their language. You are?
It must be these long, dark mornings. Sends people funny in the head. Just give us the paper, will you?
Are there any serious offers?
A few.
Well, any that look like buying?
Yeah, there's one young couple that seem very keen.
Oh, what they like?
Very ordinary, but don't you tell Hilda.
So what are you going to do, young lady?
I shall cross that bridge when I come to it.
If there's somebody interested in buying it, love, you have come to it. Wake up.
Something will turn up.
Ah, usually more trouble.
My advantage is I'm an optimist.
And I'm a pessimist, love, which is a slightly older version of an optimist.
Hey, I'm an optimist myself, you know.
Anyway, I've had it round here. I'm chocker with it. It's like a lingering death living round here, do you know?
So where are you going? Las Vegas?
No, probably back to London. I could go back there and pick up threads any time I liked.
So what are you doing still treadling a machine over at Road?
Nah, it was different when Steve was here.
Oh, aye. He went to London and all, didn't he?
I've got other contacts apart from him.
It's a terrible place. You want to learn when you're well off, lady.
She's right, especially the prices down there.
It depends whether you're buying or selling. If you know how to sell yourself, you've got it made.
Talking about Soho, are we, love?
No, I'm not. But I'm not going to spend the rest of my life sewing buttons on in the fun factory and being mauled by the boss.
He doesn't. Does he?
It depends whether you can handle him or not.
Shouldn't you be over there right now, fending him off?
Yeah, I may put in an appearance, or I may go to Piccadilly and say ta-ra. Ta-ra.
Hey, dear. I hate to think of that kid in 10 years' time.
Hey, Hilda. Seeing as that mop's taken root, why don't you put a few decorations on it?
No, I'm thinking.
Well, try thinking about bottoming the snug.
About going to France.
Oh, France.
You know, I don't see as I can go, really.
Well, I thought you said you was going.
Oh, yeah, I was. I mean, I'd set my heart on it, but...
What is the big but?
Hey, Joe, are you fixed?
Do you need to ask? There it is, large as life.
It's only
I've told you, never bother me in working hours.
Look, I'm going collecting, aren't I?
Well, go on then.
Well, then it's a couple of quid till I get some brass.
What for?
Keep me going.
Yeah, about as far as the betting shop.
No, this is for necessities.
Oh, we know what your necessities are. Pity you can't attend to some of my necessities for a change.
Like what?
Look, I've no money for you. I've no money for myself, no money for me trip to France, no nothing, now have I?
Well, don't come to me when I'm flush. Don't.
Ooh, that'll be the day. I wouldn't waste my breath.
Mrs. Ogden, do you think you could possibly conduct these delicate financial negotiations somewhere else? Preferably not on my premises and not in my time.
Well, I've told him, Mrs. Walker. Now, haven't I, Betty? I've told him.
Yeah. Elizabeth, dear, we mustn't forget the draymen.
Oh, it's all in hand, Mrs. Walker.
Well, they'll be coming for their blood money. Do I mean their Christmas box?
Hello, Fred's well aware of it. Don't worry.
Now, listen, dear, if it's the old man, Arthur,
Yeah.
tell him to come through. But if it's the other one, just settle and have double.
Yeah, right.
Oh, they'll be all right, the draymen. They'll clean up.
More than you will.
Yeah. Oh, you know, Betsy, I'm fooling myself. I mean, I'm not but a skiffy. Going to France. Just fooling myself.
Hey, come on. You can scraping up brass.
Oh, well, I can raise the fare, but that's about all. There's no point in going if you've no brass the other end.
Look, you won't need a lot. They're very hospitable, and there'll be a lot laid on for you, love.
Oh, no, I don't care. No, you don't want to be dependent on the mercy of foreigners. Not when you're abroad.
Sooner not go. Oh, it's a shame when you've got the chance.
Hey, you want to put your Stanley on short commons, Hilda? You'll be doing him a favour, love. You know what I mean? Starve him and save the brass.
Well, I would, I'll tell you. Only it's Christmas.
Yeah. You'll be missing Christmas, won't you, with your financial thing going on?
Oh, no, because that's all provided for. With my club, you see. I've been paying in with Rini every week. Well, most weeks since June.
Oh, there you are. There's a bit of brass.
Oh, no, but, well, that's all gone, isn't it? Food and drink, that's all I can get there.
Oh, give him hot pot and get your money back from Rini.
Oh, I don't think you can do that.
Who says you can't? It's your money. Look, if you want it back, she can't keep it.
Do you reckon?
Of course. It's up to you what you do with it. Turkey or Christmas booze, any of that, or you take it out and go to France.
Hey, yeah. Yeah. Larry meets Spam.
I'm learning no real French, you know. Oh, I'm too old for that nonsense. I can say bonjour, and a wink's as good as a nod in any language, isn't it?
Yeah, they might think you're past that nonsense and all.
Hey, when I run short of offers, I'll join you.
So we have a Susie Birchall here, because as you know, we don't always... Oh, we do it. And where were you till 9:15 this morning?
So it's a hanging matter. Dock me.
Right, you. In there. Come in and shut the door. Not happy in your work?
No one's in love with it, are they?
Fine. Do you want to give your notice? Well, until you do, you work the same hours as everybody else. Is that clear? Steve's gone. There's no one you can twist round your little finger now. Certainly not me.
The trouble is, you can't twist me round your little finger. You're only getting your own back for the other night.
Well, let's put it this way, darling. If you were a cat, you'd be on life number 9.
I would have had a good time, though, wouldn't I?
Well, here you are. Still flights left. Spend Christmas in Venice from £110.
It's always wet in Venice.
Ooh. Well, all right. Try a winter break in Andalusia. Flights from £8 to £9. Well, we could be there for £8 to £9.
Where?
Andalusia.
Where's that?
It's in Spain.
Oh, I don't like them castanets. They give me a headache.
Oh, you're a misery. Why can't I go somewhere? It'll only cost £100.
200.
Oh, you're coming now, are you?
Look, Willie, for God's sake, stop reading those damn things. We're stopping here. We're having a proper Christmas at home.
Why? We've no family to stay here for. Why can't we go somewhere?
Because it's too much brass and too much bother. They're only trying to fill the hotels. That's for mugs.
One of these days, I think I'll throttle him.
You want to get flogging those records, you know. We're losing money and overfest over them.
Well, there's a slump in the record business, Mr. Fairclough. The big companies are very worried.
You're listening to Mavis. There's a slump. Andalusia. There's a big slump on.
You know you can be wrong about people, Mavis. I mean, take my husband. When I first met him, I thought he was the sophisticated devil-may-care type. And you know what? He's about as sophisticated as a hole in your Wellington and about as much fun.
Ooh, don't talk to me. I've got one to match.
I'm not denying it.
Just my book, love. Oh. And, do you run a Christmas club?
You're a bit late asking.
No, I know, but do you?
Oh, no, we don't.
Oh. Only if you did, and somebody put their money in, well, could they have the money out again instead of goods, like?
Well, I suppose so, but I don't see the point.
No. Only I've got 20 quid in with Rini, you see, and she's been a bit funny.
And you want your money back, do you?
Yeah, well, it is mine, isn't it? She's been very naughty, though.
Well, if she's laid stocking.
Yeah, that's what she says.
Well, if she's laid stuff by, she don't want to be stuck with it, does she?
So you're saying I'm stuck with it? Yeah, I thought you might say that. So that then.
Everybody's got the problems, haven't they? Even at Christmas.
Well, you don't have to tell me that.
I wanted to know, could I expect a reference?
Yeah, when do you want it?
Well, I'm giving you a month's notice.
No need for a month. A week's long enough.
A week don't suit me.
All right, I'll give you a reference. Catch up on the work you did this morning. Yeah.
Oh, you've got a boat then, have you? Does it fit?
Yeah, I've practically finished, love.
Hey, you've not done too much damage to that paintwork, have you?
I have tried not to, my sweet. There you are. That's it. Let's try it. Hey, not too stiff.
Word.
Great.
Hey, Bird. This is never our Brian's room, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Our little Brian? Bringing his wife home? He's not, is he, Bird? He can't be. I mean, he's only little Brian.
Look, love, I know how you feel, but there you are. You just got to accept it.
Must be getting old, you know, Bert.
I'm afraid we are, kid.
Hey, did you have another boat?
What for?
If they want their privacy, we can have our privacy.
You're joking? With you on days and me on nights? I'm not wasting any more money on boat.
Oh, you are a pig.
So who do you stick up for?
What?
I said, who do you stick up for?
City.
I'm being serious.
What do you mean?
You're my husband and I'm your wife, right?
Yeah.
And an husband looks after his wife, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, remember.
Hey, it's not going to be like that.
Wish we were going back to our own little house.
It's not going to be forever.
Yes, it's Steve Fisher I wanted. Well, I'm a buyer. Oh, I see. No, I won't hold on. I'm phoning from long distance. Could you tell him I'll phone him later? Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks, mate. You keep the change, eh?
Aye, aye, must be spring. The lovebirds returning to the nest.
Don't start, Yates.
And don't forget.
Hey, I'm over there.
Hello. Sure, come on in, after the coat. Hey, no, not bother with them. Carry on at the threshold.
Oh, have I got to?
Yes, don't be daft.
Come on.
No, when we've got our own threshold, you can do it then.
Oh, well, don't drag her screaming. Just come on in.
Go on in, son. Kettle's on.
Oh, great.
Right, should we have another one then, Stan? Keep out the cold.
Aye, my shout.
I know it is. I wouldn't have said nothing otherwise.
Right, similar, Stan.
Not similar, exactly the same.
Suppose you think you're flush now, do you?
You can buy your own.
No idea of money, you know. Inflation means nothing to him. Still thinks he's rolling if he's got a fiver to wave.
Well, they do, men, don't they? They don't live in a real world. Same again, Letty.
Okay, lovey. Hilda, did you speak to Rini about that?
Yeah, it's been a bit funny, but, you know.
They've no conception.
You stick up for your rights, lovey. How Maggie used to, you know. She'd always let you draw from the club if you're a bit short.
Oh, well, your Maggie were different altogether. Now, she was a lady, not like this one.
Who's that?
Earling Corner Sharp.
Oh, speak as you find, Hilda. She's always been all right with me.
Who's that?
Her in shop.
Oh, Rini's all right. It's her husband that's a bit funny.
Who's funny?
Rini's husband, you know.
Alf, he's all right. He's a good lad, is Alf. Well, you've got to make allowances, haven't you?
I know, but he did have that bump on Ed.
Hey, now, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying he was funny before he had that bump on Ed. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me, you know, if they don't find her years from now walled up.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about him.
Who, he, what?
I was talking about Rini, saying how you can't get your money out of her.
You mean she owes you money? I'd have thought it was the other way around.
No, me club money.
Club? You'll think yourself lucky. We haven't had a club this year, have we?
Oh, remember disaster last year?
Well, you lot will be all right, won't you? You've got your bonus to come, haven't you?
I spent my bonus and I haven't even seen it yet.
And what are you doing yourself?
I don't know, I might trundle down the pool, you know.
How are we going to look down Scotty Road?
You're joking, aren't you, Stan? You can't find Scotty Road. They've decimated Liverpool. They've knocked it down and tied it up in concrete bows.
Well, it will for our place, you know.
So very much, Stanley.
We don't make much of Christmas, but there's plenty to eat and drink, like, you know.
Well, that's Christmas, isn't it?
Well, let's say we don't want, you know.
Hey, I just had an idea. Why don't you buy my Christmas club off me?
You are?
Only cost you £10. Now, I'll see Rini and you can spend all my 20 quid's worth and you can pay me the other £10 back next month when we go to France. Well, I'd sooner trust you than stuff it down the human dustbin.
Done.
No, it's a flat I'm after. Yeah, I know it's difficult, but surely someone's got a room somewhere. Even a cupboard. You know I'm friendly. Hey, you, not that friendly. Terry, I'll ring you back. A friend of mine has just arrived. Ta-ra, love. I'll give you the tums.
Right, out. On your bike. Don't bother coming back this afternoon or ever.
You can't sack me for making a phone call.
I already have a week's money in lieu of notice. Now shift. I said shift.
I gave you a month's notice. You agreed to that.
You've had that.
Oh, you're vindictive, you are.
One day, darling, you'll make a mistake and meet someone really vindictive. Then you won't look so pretty after.
Well, you can stick your rotten job and your rotten car and your rotten factory and your rotten money, and I hope they all rot together. Do you know you're incredibly petty? Do you know that?
There's a lot of advice I'd like to give you, and you won't even listen. That's what makes you a disaster. So you go and be a disaster area somewhere else. Goodbye and good luck.
One last thing, Mr. Baldwin.
What?
I'm not so easy to get rid of.
I'll send your money on that across.
Well, thanks for nothing.
Hey, kid, you go it wrong way.
No, I'm not.
Hey, come on, you were late this morning. Don't get wrong with his nibs.
Oh, go on, get back to the peasants. I'm telling him what to do with his rotten job.
You've what?
I've walked out. I'm finished.
You've got to sack him in.
I've walked out.
Hey, now, come on, kid. He'll give you sackers then.
Look, I'll be all right, okay?
Well, it's your funeral.
Gin and tonic, please, Fred.
Hey, it's a pricey drink, is that, darling? Especially if you're out of graft.
With ice and lemon and no advice, Tar.
Hey, I see your friends back. I seen the taxi. Back from their honeymoon.
Blissful, Hilda. Blissful.
It's a pity, though. It'd have been nice for Elsie's house, wouldn't it, if you'd just had that bit of brass?
I wouldn't want to live there.
Oh, I don't know, Gail. It's a nice house. I mean, it's not as nice as this, but it could be made nice.
Yeah, well, we haven't got the money, so there's no point in worrying.
No. Gail, it's lovely having you, don't? You let your dad get some sleep.
Oh, I've got to bed myself. We didn't get much kip on the boat.
Right, I'm off, love. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra, chum. Right, but I think I'll just have another cup of tea, then I'm off.
I'll take this upstairs then.
Hey, how'd you like your new bedroom?
Oh, it's lovely. Thanks for going to all the trouble and everything.
Oh, that's all right. Needed doing anyway. Hey, Gail, I just want you to be clear in your mind, you know. It's your room, that. Yours. Yours and Brian's. You know what I mean? And I've put a little bolt on the door. You'll see it when you go up there. Mind you, it wouldn't keep the cat out, but I think it's more, symbolic. You with me?
Tar.
Half the battle, though, isn't it? Knowing what you want.
Well, I always thought you was one that did.
Not getting it, though, am I?
I don't know, do I?
Of course you know. He never even takes me out. And when he does, it's in that rotten old van. I'm not asking for a limousine, but just a decent car, like he can afford. All he says is, well, where would we go? Of course, he's right. Like I say, we never go anywhere.
You do go out.
When?
Well, you go out more than I do.
Mavis, when it comes to the high life, there's a great big wide range. At one end you've got Jackie Onassis and at the other end you.
Well, I don't want to live like Jackie Onassis, thank you.
I'd give it a good go if I had the chance.
You know, I think that's why you're always trying to get me to chase men.
Chase men?
Yes, you do. You're always doing it.
When?
Well, yesterday you said, why don't you ring Harry up from the RSPCA and tell him your budgie's sick? Now, you did, you know you did.
Oh, give off.
Well, I mean, that's nothing to do with the RSPCA's sick budgies. That's not what they're there for.
I only said if you fancy him, it might pay to encourage him.
I can't go around ringing people up and saying my budgie's sick. They think I were daft.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm not so daft that I go around chasing men.
No, well, you're right there. If we'd any sense, we'd leave him alone entirely. Still, nice to have one chasing you.
Well, maybe that's why Mr. Fairclough's reluctant to take you out more.
Keep him over. Does him a world of good, husbands. Bit of competition. Brings out the old instincts, you know.
Why can't you just be content, Rita?
I don't know, love. Life promised me some at once. I can't remember what it was, but it promised me.
this isn't it.
They're very complicated, though, women, aren't they?
Have you made a lifelong study, have you?
Oh, they are, though. I mean, you never know what they're thinking. And they don't tell you what they're thinking. They expect you to know. And I'll tell you straight, I never do.
I don't bother myself. I don't want to know.
Women, they get one thing on their mind, one thing only, and they hang on to it. Like a dog with a bone. But a fella got plenty of ideas. Things that concern him, like, you know. Know what I mean?
Ah, this is it with women. You've got to know how to handle them, you know.
One idea, that's a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't give a dog fish.
You what?
Well, I mean, you don't give a dog fish, do you? You find out what it likes.
Oh, that's great, that is. Gee, that's Stan. You don't give a dog fish, you know.
One idea, no room for outhouse.
You take women in a fur coat. That's it, innit, to a woman. A fur coat and she's made up. But you tell me, what's the interest in fur coats? I don't know. It's back to your cats and fish. Well, there's no more you can say, is there?
Wish I could buy women fur coats.
Ah, but that's the difference, Eddie. You see, men like doing things, women like having things. Realise that and you make them happy.
Hello, Chuck.
Hello.
Flying visitors. It is nice of you to call us.
Well, no, it's
Can you manage a jar?
No, no, thanks. Have you seen Elsie today?
No.
Well, she hasn't come in here.
What's up, Joe?
Well, I've been knocking, see, and there's no answer. She hasn't come here at all.
Why should she?
What's up? She's all right, is she?
Well, she was, I thought, till... Well, yesterday I took myself up to town, and when we got back, she was gone. The old note on the table, you know? Look, if she comes in, she's got to come in here. Would you tell her that Tell her I'll be back. Will you do that for me?
Yeah, of course I will, yeah.
Well, look, I'll be seeing you, all right?
Bye-bye, love.
You're wasting your time there. Huh? Not been a dicky bird all night. Silent as the grave.
And you'd know, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I do happen to live next door. And it's not my fault the walls is no thicker than paper, you know. I mean, these are working-class houses, aren't they? Not like your baronial halls.
Where could Elsie be? I phoned her daughter, but there's no reply there either.
Search me. I mean, her life's not exactly been an open book, has it? Could be a dozen places where she might have hung her at.
And a happy Christmas to you, Hilda.
Got your conch stuck, Hilda? Or are you trying to climb through there?
Oh, it's you. No, I was just checking that she's not,
What?
Well, wouldn't be the first one to hang herself off the banisters, would she?
Fire, Hilda. You'd turn a Roman orgy into a wake, you would. Never mind Christmas.
Oh, flipping heck. You've only just got up, haven't you?
That's right.
So you won't have made the bed or done the washing up or done the hoovering like you said you would before I went to the Rovers?
As a matter of fact...
Oh, what?
I haven't had any breakfast.
Well, you're not getting none now, neither, that's for certain. I'm going to do what they do in China in this house. Them what don't work don't eat.
I'm on holiday.
There you go again, Stanley. Look, for an holiday to mean something, you got to have done some work to have an holiday from, which doesn't apply in your case.
Yeah, but it's Christmas.
Is it?
It used to be nice to me and no complaints, you know.
Stanley, just look around this room.
What?
Now, what signs are there that it's Christmas, eh? Apart from them few cards on sideboard. I mean, do you see any trimmings or balloons or a Christmas tree? Christmas tree, that's a laugh. Last one we had were artificial. And you know, when I come to get that out, it was so old, all that were left were a heap of dust.
Well, whose fault is that? Who's got everything to the bone for this French trip?
Stanley, we reached the bone in this family 30 years ago. We've been living off the marrow ever since, and that's getting thinner by the year.
Well, we're going to have a few bevies tonight. That'll cheer you up, you know, you'll see.
I I meant what I said. No worky, no eaty, no suppy. Savvy?
Whoa. Right, plug in.
Oh, isn't that bonny?
You've not got the fairy straight.
Well, I couldn't reach, could I? You could only just reach.
I'm bigger than you are.
Only just?
Yeah, but I'm beautifully built, though.
And what about me?
It's not bad, though I'd watch it if I were you this Christmas. I don't think those hips could take a lot of plum pudding.
I'm not fat.
I'm only kidding.
Hello. And not a piece of mistletoe in sight.
Oh, I meant to get some and I forgot.
Hey, don't let that hold you back, love.
Hey, you're watching this Christmas. He turns into a sex fiend.
Well, it's the only excuse I get these days, isn't it?
Hey, I better know where you've just been.
Huh? Upstairs, why?
You've been looking for your Prezi, haven't you? He does this every Christmas. He turns the house upside down looking for his Prezi.
So? And when I find it, it's usually a box of Ankies, any road.
Who's that one from?
Uncle Charlie.
Somebody come and get his hand.
Hello, love. Hey, what's all that, love?
It's my Christmas shopping. What do you think it is? It is Christmas, you know, Bird. It's not that, what do you call it, Ramadan. We're all supposed to stuff ourselves silly, not go on a fast.
I know that, but there's an £18 turkey to collect in there as well.
So, you're trying to tell me something?
I'll make a cup of tea.
Now, listen here, Bert. Just because there's only going to be me and you here at Christmas dinner, it doesn't mean to say I'm having no in house.
I know that, but who's going to eat it all?
I don't know. Somebody will. I know. We'll send a food parcel down with our Brown when he goes to see Gail's mother. Because from what I've seen of Audrey Potter, they've got about as much chance of getting a Christmas dinner out of her as I have of getting a mink stole in me flaming stocking. Yes, then.
Pint, please, love.
Right.
And, scotch it? Oh, no, please. In my mood to be dynamite.
Oh, you're worrying about nothing, lovey. Elsie'll be all right. She'll have just... Well... Fine.
Yes, please, love, down. There's only your daughters, isn't there?
Yeah, no, there's Dennis, that's all.
Oh, well, only last week she was saying she didn't even know where he was living, London somewhere. Why, when everything was going so well?
Well, Elsie can be a bit impetuous.
He had a great Christmas planned a lot.
I think she's found another blow, that's what I think, and she can't face telling him. She's probably in pyjamas or somewhere with him right now.
Yeah, she wouldn't do that to Ron. No, not Elsie. She's too straight.
What the hell can you say to him apart from the fact that she's going to be all right, which he doesn't believe?
I know, I've tried cheering him up. For all you hear after a time is the sound of your own hollow laughter.
Horace Jackson disappeared on Christmas Eve.
Is that right, Albert?
Aye. Went out to get turkey, he never come back. They found him in Rawcliffe Lodge, or rather what was left of him, when it dried up following summer.
Perhaps he just didn't like turkey.
How do you know he didn't like turkey? You didn't know him.
Forget it, Albert.
Ah, back in...
Well, can't you keep away from here a summer?
I'm a native by marriage now, aren't I? Hello, Lynn. Hello, Beth.
What are you going to have, darling?
Gin and tonic, please.
Being Christmas, Len's only buying doubles. Is that right, Len?
This lady can have my last million.
Now I shall keep you to that when the sales start. Gail or anybody in?
No, not yet, love. Did I hear you say and a very, very Merry Christmas to you as well, Bet, love?
No.
No, well, you will be doing before the day is out, and I won't half sting you then. Hey up, here's your missus with a fella.
Hello, Audrey.
Hello.
Fancy seeing you round here again. How long does someone have to keep coming round here before they're accepted?
Oh, about 10 years as far as I can see. Right, what's everybody having?
No, I'm in the chair. I'll get him in.
I'd have been surprised if you weren't. I'll have a vodka and tonic, please, love.
Audrey's on doubles.
Double vodka and tonic, love, please.
I'll just have half a bit of them, please, then. Hey, you haven't half caused a load of trouble at our house. I mean, asking Brian and Gail for the Christmas dinner tomorrow.
I thought I'd be a big lad of the rest.
You've got to be joking. She's still cooking that great big turkey. She's going to force feed it down me, I think, in great big chunks.
Well, I'll go and have a word with him.
There's no point.
Well, he's saying something to Betty. Betty?
Yes, lovely.
A word?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah?
What were Ron saying?
Well, he says he's going for a drive round for something to do, you know. Well, I mean, he can't wait much longer.
Oh, why not?
Well, he's got to get down to Torquay tomorrow. I mean, he is working.
£3, Stan, and that's giving it away. I said £3. That's a special price for friends.
It's no good to me.
Look, it'll make a great present for your ill deck. It's here fit. Look, these have been going like hotcakes down the market for a £5.
I'm not buying a Christmas present this year, I tell you. She's got out for me, there'll be out for her. She said all that money's going to France. She's bought nought in for Christmas, nought at all.
What about you?
That's not my job.
Stanley, this is Christmas. It's not the time for petty grievances. It's the time for generosity of pocket and spirit.
Well, you give her the blows then.
Stanley, you are missing the point.
And you're missing a sale, aren't you?
Oh.
Stan, you in? Oh, you're in. Hello, Eddie.
Mrs. O?
Oh, been doing my Christmas shopping. Oh, always on the last minute, me.
Yeah, well, you're a busy lady, aren't you, Mrs. O? Yeah. And what have you been buying in the way of goodies and that, eh?
Well, quite a lot of things, really. I got a chicken. Well, I know it's not very big, but it is a fowl.
Only just?
Yeah, well, and I've got sausages and Brussels sprouts and Christmas pudding and mince pies. Oh, and a sprig of holly, last one they had. So, I don't reckon we'll go short tomorrow, will we, Stan?
Oh. What about me?
Well, you know you're invited and all, you great loon. I mean, it's no show without punch, is it? Or if you like, no Christmas without a pudding. No, I think we'll have a real good time. Mind you, I had to spend some of my France money. Still, who cares? Only comes once a year.
Yeah, that's one of the great truths, that, Mrs. O.
Eddie's got something to give you, Chuck.
Not me, Mrs. O. It's Stanley asked me to get you a Crizzy present. The only reason he's showing you it now is to make sure it fits. Isn't that right, Stan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think it'll be a perfect fit. Ah, thanks very much, Chuck. I don't deserve it, really, do I? I mean, I've been that nasty with you lately.
Well, you know me, Chuck. I'm not one to bear a grudge.
Thank you, driver. Keep the change.
And for the odd couple there in the snug Willie Love.
No, leave me out of it this time, love. If I don't get back to that shop, maybe they'll have it booby-trapped.
I thought you were having a long dinner hour, you.
Oh, who's talking? You haven't worked properly for a week. You haven't been sober enough.
Well, can I help it if people keep treating me wherever I go? I'm very popular, me, you know.
Hey, I have the same trouble, except at home.
Hey, you better get back there and get some money in for all this I'm paying out.
I'll see you later, chum.
Don't worry, love. I'll look after him.
You put your mind at ease, shouldn't it?
Hey, Len, you know something? You sail very close to the wind sometimes. Mind you, I admire you for it.
Adds a bit of spice to life, though, doesn't it?
I think you're all taught myself.
Come outside and say that.
Ooh, how?
Hey, you're not shouting very loud, love.
Thank you, love. There you are, Ducky.
See, Len Fairclough's got the festive spirit early.
It seems to go to married fellas, Ed, does Christmas, have you noticed?
Yes, you know why, don't you? Because they think it might be their last.
You could be right.
Here. And you can stop pulling that face, otherwise you'll be eating by yourself tomorrow. Because I'm not sitting looking over a beautiful piece of prime pork at that ugly pizzazz.
Look at that lot. Something themselves silly. It won't last, you know. On the edge of a precipice. Let's wait and see what they're doing next Christmas. They'll be back to dripping butties.
Oh, do shut up, Albert. You've been moaning like this for 70-odd Christmases to my knowledge.
Well, I've been right once or twice.
You know, the best thing that could happen to you would be for somebody to mistake you for a Christmas cracker.
who's back.
Elsie?
Sounds like it's near a wireless.
Thanks.
You've never been here since this morning, have you, Hilda? Is somebody employing you as a guard dog or what?
She's back, Elsie Tanner.
Really?
And Ron Mather's just gone in.
Well, what are you waiting for then?
Huh?
Go and get your ear to party wall before you miss out. Don't you stick two fingers up at me, Hilda Ogden.
What sort of a note was that? Dear Ron, I've got to go away for a few days, but be in touch. Sorry, Elsie. Straight out of the blue. No explanation.
Said all there was to say.
Oh, no. Come on, Elsie.
I just wanted to come home.
Why? You never mentioned home for weeks.
I suppose it being Christmas, I just felt, well, homesick.
So you packed your bag, left a 2-line note and disappeared.
I just wanted to come home.
You're a liar, Elsie.
Don't you call me a liar.
But you didn't even come home.
Well, where do you think I am now?
Why?
I just thought you wouldn't understand, that's all.
Did you expect me to?
No, so I left you a note instead.
A note's not your style, Elsie.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm feeling a bit rough. I didn't get much sleep last night, and in fact, I didn't get any.
It makes two of us.
I'm sorry, Ron. Really, I am.
I suppose you know Susie's gone to London.
Yes, well, I suspected something of the kind. All her clothes have gone. She didn't even leave me a note.
Would you mind, Terry, if I joined you for that cup of tea? I feel grotty myself, though in my case it's probably the whiskey.
Of course. Help yourself.
Hey, where have you been?
Rovers, that's where we've been. Where's your... Hello, my love. We got a bit delayed, do you know what I mean? Well, you know what Len and them's like, especially today.
He's right, love. I mean, it wasn't all his fault.
No.
It never is it?
Well, we haven't exactly been wasting our time, have we, Bert, love?
Eh? Oh, no, love. No, we haven't.
Well, go on, tell her.
Well, you know how Gail and Brian's going to Audrey's tomorrow for the Christmas dinner? Well, Audrey is coming to us on Boxing Day. Isn't that right, love? We've cracked it, haven't we?
Well, I think so, don't you? Here, Ivy, I couldn't pinch one of your mince pies, could I?
Yeah, help yourself, love.
Hey, can I have one, my treasure? No, I don't think I'll bother. It might just put me off my tea.
Oh, Ivy, these are wonderful, love. You wouldn't stand me half a dozen of these for tomorrow, would you? Because there won't be anything like this at my house.
Oh, Mum.
Now, what have I said? Can I come on Boxing Day, Ivy?
Why not? Somebody's got to eat that turkey. It's as big as a flaming donkey.
Hey, Brian, get the whiskey out.
You keep saying that, Dad.
I know I do. And if I stop, thump me.
You know when you're up, dear, we've no Christmas paper left, have we?
Thanks, mate.
No, we haven't.
You've saved my life. I mean, I couldn't go home without a present, could I? I mean, my Christmas would have been worse than a turkey in a doss house.
Why didn't you get it at cabin? You might have got something knocked off.
I couldn't get it from her, could I? I couldn't buy it off her. I mean, she's supposed to think I've had this for weeks.
She'll think that all right.
Anyway, mate, thanks. I owe you one. Don't let me forget.
Goodbye Christmas present.
Well, I couldn't let him down, could I?
You said that you were saving that last box for me.
Ah, yeah, well, I was going to, you see, but when he came and asked for one, I thought to myself, well, is it fair of me to let Reenie eat all them fattening chocolates? I mean, is it, honest?
Do you know, sometimes, Alf, you put me in mind of Jim Rockford.
There you go.
Yes, and you're just as glib.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride along the
Dad, somebody started early, haven't they? Some of them have been at it all day, love. Oh, it's dreadful, isn't it? I'll have a rub like currants. Bye, Alf. I think your luck will be in tonight.
Make a change anyway. Hey, give us a pint, will you?
Hey, that's on me, Pat.
don't have to treat all the pub all night just 'cause it's Christmas.
I owe him.
Well, give him that box of chocolates you bought me.
Hey, look, I'm sorry I couldn't get you a proper present today, but all the shops were shut.
They weren't shut last week and they weren't shut last month.
Thank you for that shirt, anyway.
I should have burned it.
You keep on playing, love, and I'll keep on bringing you free drinks. Well, I've got an arrangement with it. I'm acting as your agent tonight, you see.
What's in it for you?
Oh, I'm not doing it for no. Cheers.
You like my new blouse then, do you?
For the umpteenth time, it's lovely, Hilda.
It's very classy, Mrs. O. It puts me in mind of, who do you reckon, Stan? Princess Grace.
On the tip of my tongue.
Thank you very much, eh? I bet it goes down well in France.
Oh, you better not wear it in France, Hilda. You know how easy inflamed them Frenchies get.
Yeah, perhaps you're right. Wouldn't do to cause a riot, would it?
Well, I'm off.
Hey?
Well, I promised this fella that I'd meet his ex-wife tonight. Actually, I think he wants to show me off a bit, show her how much better he's done. I have a tiny feeling I might get my eyes scratched out.
Oh, no, you can look after yourself,
Well, I
love.
should be able to at my age. Oh, look, will you tell Brian and Gail not to come round too early tomorrow? About 4 o'clock should be all right.
Hey, they'll not be up all that soon. The Souls kid, Brian's taking her to a midnight mass and then they're going to a party.
Oh, well, that's nice. Right, well, I'll see you at Boxing Day.
Hey, you better, love.
Ta-ra, ta-ra.
Okay.
Where do you think you're going?
Well, I have this plane to catch to Miami.
Not before I've had a big kiss.
Is he always like this?
I wouldn't know, love.
Happy Christmas.
Come on, Reed, give us a song.
Can I do anything right?
Not much. I don't feel like it.
Oh, she said sing, didn't she?
Right, okay.
White Christmas.
Best of order.
White Christmas, just like the ones we used to know.
I've got to be going soon. I've got to be there before morning. I've got to take him to church.
Nobody's stopping you.
But I can't go without an explanation.
You've already had one.
Oh, yeah. You had to come home for Christmas. Look at it. Look at this house. It's like a morgue. And look at you.
I'd have been out on the flaming town by now if you hadn't have turned up.
Oh, yeah, sure. Would you have gone even as far as the Rovers? Oh, look, Elsie. Why? When everything was going so well, when I thought I had it made, why, Elsie?
I've told you.
No, you haven't. I don't believe you.
All right, then. Don't ask me. Ask your flaming boss.
What?
You heard.
What's he got to do? What's Mr. Pickering got to do with it?
Couldn't keep his flaming hands off me. That's what he's got to do with it.
Why didn't you tell me?
Would it have made any difference?
Of course it would. Of course it would.
Are you trying to tell me that you didn't know, that you didn't even suspect?
I had no idea.
I don't believe you now, Ron.
I had no idea, I tell you.
Oh, come on. What happened every time his missus went out? Come on, Ron, let's get out the car. Let's give Elsie a treat.
Well, he's like that, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, fine. Great for the first couple of days. And then the mauling started. He couldn't get close enough to me. Every time I was going up the stairs, every time I sat down for a meal, every time I tried to get into the car. And he couldn't wait to get you out of that flat so as he could get into it.
I had no idea.
But his missus had. And I think you had and all. And I think you turned a blind eye just to avoid trouble. Well, isn't that it? Isn't it?
All right, so he fancied you. Where's the harm in that? After all, he's not the first man to... Well, is he?
Goodbye, Ron.
Look, Elsie, this job means a lot to me. It's a dream come true. I like this job.
Goodbye, Ron.
I'll tell Mr. Pickering you're not well.
I said goodbye.
forgotten something?
Eh?
Your paper hat. Blimey, it is Christmas, you know. You got to keep the festive spirit up.
I don't want to wear one of those. I'm daft.
No, you don't now. Come on. Right. There we are. You have to work at this Yuletide jollity, you know. Look at your Hilda, slaving over a hot stove to keep us in dinners. It's the least we can do.
All right. Know what you are, don't you? A nagger. You're worse than our Hilda when you get started.
I do not nag you, Stanley. I just tell you things for your own good, that's all.
That's what she says, isn't it? I'm hungry.
Yeah, me and all. I love Christmas grub, you know. Do you know, I can't understand people who say they don't like turkey. I can eat it till the cows come home.
What are you talking about? We haven't had turkey.
I know that. But if we had have had it, I wouldn't get fed up with it.
What the hell's this?
Soup. Made out the chicken we had yesterday.
Great. I love soup for starters, me.
Yeah, well, it's your finisher and all, 'cause that's all there is.
You what? A little bit of soup for Boxing Day dinner? You get better than that in Walton.
You're not detained here against your pleasure, you know. If you don't like it, you know where the door is.
Do you know it's Christmas?
I'm well aware of that, Stanley, but we ate all his Christmas grub yesterday.
Yeah, and it didn't take long, did it? There wasn't enough to choke a rat.
Luke, I've warned you once. Now, you're a guest in this house, so just mind your manners. I'm only a woman, you know, not a flipping miracle worker. I mean, I can't cook what I haven't got.
It's that French trip, isn't it? That's where all the money's going.
It's where my money's going, yeah. And it's the man of the house what's supposed to provide the housekeeping. Man of the house, that'll be the day.
Well, I've had my expenses. I bought you that blouse.
I know, and very nice too, Chuck. But I can't make pies and puddings out of blouses. Any road, it'll do you no harm. You're both as fat as pigs.
You are? Oh, that's charming. That's nice language for Christmas, that is. Not only do you starve us, you insult us and all.
Now, look, I'll not tell you again. One more remark, and you're out.
Oh, all right. You look really stupid in that hat. I don't know why you're wearing it.
Hi, Elsie. It's only me.
Ah, hello, love.
Oh, I missed
you too.
Hey, there have been some rumours flying around about you.
Oh, well, I'm not surprised. They love it round here, you know, when they think I've had a knock.
Yes, well, I'm not like that. I'm on your side.
I know, yeah, and I appreciate it, love, and thank you. Hey, I say, hey!
And I'm not being nosy either, but I'm worried about you. I thought everything was going great in Torquay.
Oh, look, love, I don't want it to upset you out like that, but I really don't want to give you a blow-by-blow account of what happened. Just let's say that I wasn't suited to the job, so I just thought I'd pack it in.
What about Ron? Is he packing it in too?
Nope,
Well, isn't that going to be a bit difficult with him down there and you up here?
it won't be difficult, love. It's all finished between Ron and I, all over.
Oh, Elsie, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, don't be. And anyway, I'm a bit too old to be pouring my heart out to you. You realise I'm old enough to be your granny. If you want to play Miss Lonely Hearts, pick on somebody of your own age, and for God's sake, cheer up and tell me something funny. Like, what's it like, you and Brian living with his mum? I mean, does she bring him a cup of cuckoo to bed?
Not quite, but I think she'd like to. Actually, considering it's Ivy, she's not been too bad so far.
Ah, that's fine. And what about Brian? How's he treating you?
Lovely. And it's great being together. Mind you, it'll be even better when we've got a place of our own. We say we're not like mad.
That's a good girl.
We thought about this place, actually, but it's a bit too near Ivy. Between you and me, I think we'd be better further away once we do move.
Good thinking, Wonder Woman.
Hey, but listen, Elsie, if you're finished with Torquay, are you still selling this place or what? I mean, what are you going to do about a job? What are your plans?
Lovey, I haven't a clue.
Haven't you got any bread left?
I'm sorry, Mr. Tatlock. I've nothing like that. And it's not my fault, you know. I did tell you to get plenty in.
Yes, but it'd go stale, wouldn't it?
That's not my fault either. I can't help bakers when and how to bake it.
Well, they don't want to work, that's the trouble. They're all the same, every one of them. They don't want to work.
You can hardly blame them, can you, at Christmas? I sometimes wonder what I'm doing at back of here instead of putting my feet up. I must be one of nature's mugs, I suppose. Hello, Mrs. Sharple.
Hello, love. I thought I might find you open. Had a nice Christmas?
Yes, not so bad, you know, just the two of us, very quiet. How about you?
Oh, I can't grumble.
And you haven't got any tea cakes left either, I suppose.
Not
Well, I can't be expected to go on cooking all the time at my age, can I? Surely I ought to be able to cut a bit of sandwich or something. Now I'm looking after myself. Ken's gone up to Glasgow and I'm struggling through on my own.
Wouldn't it make you cry, eh? You wouldn't think that I made Christmas dinner for him yesterday.
Well, I could have made my own, couldn't I?
Yeah, so what would you have done? You'd have boiled yourself an egg and then gone round moaning what a rotten time you were having.
Oh.
I'm surprised, you know, that Ken has gone up to Glasgow. I wouldn't have been sure that he'd want to leave Deirdre.
Well, his own children come first, don't they? His own flesh and blood. And I thought you'd have known that, you being an intelligent woman.
Well, thank you, Mr. Tatlock. I shall take that as what they call compliments of the season.
Cheers, Tommy. All the best, love.
Likes you, doesn't he, Tommy Barton? Well, I mean, he must do, buying you shorts.
Oh, yeah. Jess is dead keen. I mean, he never speaks to me all the year round, but come Christmas, he buys me a brandy.
Every Christmas, eh?
Without fail.
You know what that means, don't you?
What?
You and him are going steady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, Dad, what's gone to me mum today? I mean, she's gone mad over this dinner.
Well, it's with you going to Gail's mum's for your Christmas dinner, you see. It's a bit of a blow to her, that's all.
I thought you got over that.
She has. But you see, she wants today's little do to be a memorable affair, especially with Gail's mum being there.
Oh, well, it's potty if you ask me. It's supposed to be a time for relaxing Christmas, and there's me mum twanging about like an old banjo string.
It's an elemental force, son, you know what I mean? You know what? I'll bet we were all just the same when we were living in caves.
When you were a little lad, you mean?
Cheeky. No, but it's right what I'm saying. You see, what it is with your mum, she's fighting this battle over your body.
Get away.
Yeah, she's fighting a battle with Gail's mum to see who could feed you the best. It's like a boxing match to them, you know. It's seconds out, knives and forks at the ready, just to see who can stuff the most food inside you.
Women. Hey, shall I get another drink?
No, we better get off before she sends a search party out for us. Come on.
Hello.
Hey, Rob. Hello, Rob.
Yeah, you're right.
Smashing, thanks.
Have you taken that blouse off these past 2 days, Hilda?
Well, I've not been to bed in it, have I?
Really? I am surprised.
Oh, you're only jealous. I bet nobody bought you a blouse for Christmas.
True. By out, you must have something on your conscience, Stan. What have you been up to?
No, don't start mixing it.
Oh, tell a notice, Stan. You look very well, lovey. Navin, what you having? Well, I'm having a light ale with Eddie, because he's our house guest for the festive season, you know.
Is that right? You generally spend Christmas at Chatsworth, don't you, love?
I have stayed at Chatsworth, if you must know. It's a boarding house in New Brighton. A life bottle and 2 halves of vintage for Stan and me. And if you can get any change out of 48p, it's yours.
Right. Myself and a vodka for Rita.
Yeah, well, I've won yourself.
No, it's all right, love. Hilda's doing all right for presents, isn't she? Better than me, and that's for sure. Give over. A man like Fairclough here will have lavished jewels and furs on you, I bet. Would you believe a box of chocolates?
No, don't go on about it.
I'm not going on about it. She asked what you gave me for Christmas, so I told her.
I was late getting me presents, that's all.
Ah, well, it's easy done.
Oh, yeah? Did you do it? Did you leave it too late to get something for Renee?
Well, no, I did.
You're a rotten husband, Fairclough. It beats me how she puts up with you.
Flipping heck, Christmas comes but once a year and it's a flaming nuff.
Call it a Christmas present.
Ah, thank you. You know, that's the nicest present I've had so far. Come to think of it, it's the only one.
Well, you know me. I can't bear to think of waifs and strays and orphans of the storm going out without a drop of mother's ruin at Christmas.
I'm in that list somewhere.
I thought you might be. And seeing as you'd not been down to the Rovers drowning your sorrows, I thought I'd bring a drop of sorrow drown around to you.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, you've made a thorough muck of it again.
Do you know, I've waited 2 days for you to come round here and tell me that.
It's all kaput, is it? Ron, the job, everything?
Everything.
I'm sorry, Elsie, really I am. I can't pick 'em either.
No, some women can. Seems we're not amongst them.
Can't we expect too much?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You can't help the way you are, can you?
So what went wrong, or would you rather I minded my own business?
No. I'll tell you. It was a boss. Ron's boss. Kept trying it on.
He fancied you, really? Well, he's an old bloke, isn't he?
Oh, he's an old bloke, all right. But he's not too old to keep trying.
Oh, come on. I would have thought you could cope with that.
Oh, yeah. Could cope with that. It wasn't that. It was his missus. She knew. And she didn't blame her lecherous husband, she blamed me.
I see.
No, you don't. Not quite, not yet. Oh, I had to go. She made that quite clear. But it wasn't that bothered me. It was Ron.
How do you mean?
You see, he knew what was happening. Knew the old man was trying it on, pestering me all the time. He never said a word. Not to me. Not to the old man. You see, he likes that job, does Ron. He likes that job better than he likes me. That's what brought it home to me. Ron isn't the man that we thought he was.
None of them are.
Up to now, anyway.
That is the spirit, and talking of spirit, we're having another.
No. Hello, Elsie Tanner.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Tanner. This is Mrs. Ellis here.
Oh?
Mrs. Ellis.
Oh, yes, you came to see about the house, yes.
That's right. We never actually met, though.
Oh, no, that's right. I was away. You dealt with Susie Birchall.
Yes. Look, I wonder if I could come round for a few minutes to measure the curtain.
Today?
Yes, if possible.
Oh, well, yes, sure, fine. Looking forward to seeing you.
Thanks very much. See you soon, then, Mrs. Tanner.
Yeah, okay, bye. Lord.
What's up, kid?
That is the young couple who are buying the house. Or who think they're buying the house.
So you're going to stay put here?
What else can I do? I've no job. I've nowhere else to go.
True.
They're coming round to measure up for curtains. And I'm going to have to tell them that they can't have the house. Oh, damn. What a flaming way to spend Christmas.
Oh, I've had it. Sorry, Mum, I'm blown out.
I'm afraid I'm full and all.
Well, you've hardly touched it either. Is it all wrong with it?
Oh, no, it's
great,
lovely.
Mum.
Oh,
Delicious,
it's lovely,
Ivy.
kid. It's terrific.
All honest.
Well, it's not like you, our Brian, is it, leaving your dinner? Aren't you feeling very well?
Oh, fine, Mum. I'm just blown out, you know.
Well, they was both all right yesterday. There was nothing wrong with their appetites then. They shifted everything I put in front of them.
Well, that doesn't say much for my cooking, does it?
I'm sorry, Mum. You know how it is. You get chockers Christmas wears on. They're filling this sort of stuff.
I don't want to eat again for a week.
No, it's lovely, love. There's just a lot of it, isn't there? Should have seen the kitchen this morning. It looks as though she was going to feed the 5,000.
We'll have some Christmas pudding, won't you?
Not for me, Mum.
Oh, I couldn't eat another thing.
Well, yeah, somebody'll have to eat it. There's Christmas pudding, there's mince pies, and there's that lovely big cake your Auntie Marjorie made us.
Sorry, Mum.
Oh, no, not for me, love. I couldn't face another thing, kid.
I could tackle one of your mince pies, Ivy.
No. Thanks, love. Anybody else?
It's a good job I came, isn't it?
Hey, who fancies a bit of an ease up, eh? A bit of fun, a bit of a laugh. Should I nip round to neighbours, see who wants to come in?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I could soon nip down the street, see who fancies coming.
Yeah, hey, tell you what, Mum. We've certainly got plenty for them to eat.
Thanks very much. It's all a bit sudden, I think, isn't it? But it's not a bad idea, is it?
The reason we haven't met before is because I was away.
Oh, it's Torquay, wasn't it? It must be nice down
Yes,
there.
it is.
It's a bit warmer than round here, I bet.
Oh, it has got a bit perishing, hasn't it? Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, don't go to any trouble for
No
that.
trouble at all. I was going to brew for myself anyway. Sit yourself down.
Oh, thank you. I hope you didn't mind us coming round today.
Only we wanted to get some measurements, see? I've got no sewing machine and I thought I could be making curtains while we're waiting to move in.
Oh, yes, I see.
And there should be no problem with the mortgage. It's just a matter of getting the solicitor to pull his finger out, really.
I see.
They take their time, don't they? I think they'd be a lot quicker if it was them that wanted somewhere to live. We're in a bed sit at the moment.
It must be very cramped.
Yes, it is a bit, and with a baby on the way and everything.
When is it due, love?
Oh, there's another 3 months to go yet, nearly. Did you bring the tape measure?
Oh, yes. Is it all right if I measure up on the windows?
Oh, you weren't thinking of leaving any of the curtains, were you? Selling them, I mean.
I'm sorry, love, but this is no good.
Pardon?
It just won't work. I didn't want to have to tell you, but it looks like I'm going to. I'm not selling the house after all.
What do you mean? Not selling.
Well, I'm taking it off the market.
But it's all been agreed and everything, and we put a deposit down.
Yes, I know, love, and I'm very sorry, and I'm sure you'll get your deposit back again.
Oh, somebody's put in a better offer, have they? We've been gazumped, have we? I think it's a bloody dirty trick.
No, it's not like that at all.
I think the whole thing stinks. You said you'd sell it to us.
No, it's not that. I'm not selling it to anybody else. I'm just not selling it at all.
I've set my heart on this house.
Yes, I know, love. I'm sorry, but I'm not selling the house, love. It's just as simple as that. Let me explain to you. When I went away, I thought I was going away for good, but it all fell through, that's all. So I'm not selling this house to anybody else. I've got to live here myself. Do you see what I mean?
Listen, don't cry.
What are we going to do, Dad?
Oh, we'll have to find somewhere else, won't we? I hope you're pleased with yourself.
Look, I am not pleased with myself. I know you want somewhere to live. I know you want a home, but I'm sorry, so do I, and this is it.
It's not right.
Shut up a minute. What's not right?
Hoarding all that money.
Not hoarding it. I'm saving it.
Well, same thing, isn't it? We had a rotten Christmas, rotten food and nought to drink.
Well, whose fault is that? You should have bought a turkey and a couple of bottles, shouldn't you?
I thought you were doing it.
Ah, well, you know what thought did? Followed a muck cart and thought it were a wedding. No, you must do what I do. Put your money aside for the things what you want. Now, this is for my trip to France.
A waste of money.
I don't think so. Oh, and while we're on the subject, Stanley Ogden, I know exactly how much is in there. So if any of it goes missing, you'll not dare close your eyes again in this house, because I'll have you.
As if I would.
All right, just so long as you know.
If you lend us a couple of quid for the rovers tonight...
No.
Oh, go on.
No, and that's final.
Just till tomorrow.
Look, Stanley, it were hard enough saving that money. I've no intention of seeing it draining away behind the bar at the Rovers, thank you very much.
How about a brilliant size here?
No.
No, listen, Hilda. We don't need no pubs. We'll make our own entertainment right here. We'll have a quiet game of cards. You like this game, Hilda? It's a 9-card brag. We'll just play for pennies, make it interesting, you know.
You must think I come up on the last tram.
It's just a little flutter.
You can just flutter off.
Ah, there you are. Evening.
I hope you haven't come to bother nothing, because if you have, you're out of luck.
No, as a matter of fact, I came round to ask you to a party at our house.
Hey, great.
Oh, what's it in Ada?
Oh, not special, just a party, you know. But there is one little snag if you could just bring a bottle. Know what I mean? See you there. Ta-ra.
Bring a bottle. They can't bring a bottle. Unless you lend us...
No.
You can't go then.
Hang on. Hilda, you know that tonic wine you said was horrible?
Oh, yeah, but there's only half a bottle of it left.
Yeah, but there's some egg flip in the cupboard. Hang on. There. And here, what's this? Elderberry wine.
Oh, yeah. Our Norman made that. Must be all of 10 years ago.
Well, they are. It'll be nicely matured, won't it?
We can't take those dregs.
Of course we can, Stanley. But we can put them all in one bottle, mix a nice little cocktail, can't we?
Well, we won't have to drink it.
Mel, have you got any vodka, love?
I think I'm slightly deaf. Vodka?
Yeah.
Thank you. So,
Hello. This is where the party is, love.
Yes, this is it, love. I am glad you could call.
I'm glad you asked us. We were just sitting at home looking at one another like a couple of turtles, weren't we?
We were.
I love a surprise party.
Hey, tell you the truth, it was a surprise to me. It was Bert's idea.
Where really?
I think it's very brave of you anyway.
Hello.
Hello. I brought you a bottle of whiskey and a couple
whiskey,
of...
hey, that's a good just a job. Hello. Hey, help me.
Hey, they look like a good advert for marriage, don't they?
My word, don't they just?
Give him time. He hasn't had time to be henpecked yet.
Well, you certainly don't look henpecked to me.
Well, then again, of course, he's not married to a hen, love, is he?
Wait till young Gail and Brian get a couple of kids floating about the place with nappies in front of the fire, eh?
Now, come on, don't be in such a rush to make me a granny.
You better talk to them about that.
I shouldn't think they'd notice, love.
I shouldn't think they'd hear you. Hey, Rita.
Yeah.
Could I borrow your husband for a dance?
Help yourself. Hello, love.
Yeah. That's Gail's mother, isn't it?
That's her.
More like a sister than a mother.
She does have that effect on fella.
Yeah, I don't care. If she gets Alf going, I might get the benefit.
Hey, I'll see you later.
Hey, Albert Taplock wasn't in. Ena Sharples has no reply, and Elsie Tanner says she's not coming.
Why is she going out?
No, she says she don't feel like a party or something.
That's not back there, is it?
No. That's where she's felt. Got the crisp,
Hey, up. They're here, the three draggies.
Hey, peace and goodwill to all men, remember? That includes Sam. Hello.
Here, we got a bottle.
Oh, very much.
It's between us, like.
Well, that's very good of you. Help yourself to drinks. Oh, and there's some grub in the back. Plenty
Great,
of it.
I'm starving.
Anybody think I didn't feed you?
And they'd be right too, wouldn't they?
It's only show you.
Yeah.
Sorry, love.
Oh.
You, it's only me. Hey, we're having a bit of a do at our house.
Yeah, I know. Bert said, I don't think I'll bother, love, if you don't mind.
Oh, Gail said you're a bit brassed off. Come on, Elsie, it'll cheer you up.
Oh, no, I'm not in the mood, love.
Well, you soon will be. Come on, you enjoy yourself.
No, no, I'll just put the damper on everybody else. Thanks all the same.
Well, you please yourself, Elsie, but I'm just thinking of what folks will say. By heck, Elsie Tanner turning down a party? Must be getting past it. They said once upon a time when she took a nut, she used to come bouncing back. Same as I say, must be getting past it. Oh, I can hear 'em now.
By gum, Ivy, you don't half go on, don't you?
Me, love, I'm noted for it. Noted for it. Come on.
It was an ice age, that's why. Look, from the food
Hey, hold me drink, will you? It's on the table. I don't want it stopping.
You great twinnick.
Huh?
Will I hold your drink? You stand there cramming food down you and you're worrying about your drink. What, you want a trough? That's what you want.
Hey, that bloke you brought to the wedding, what was his name?
Oh, Frank, you mean?
That's it, Frank, you mean. Hey, how's he keeping?
You are?
I said, how's he keeping?
Oh, you gave me quite a turn. I thought you said, who's he keeping?
Oh, I can see I'm going to have to watch you.
Let that trickle down your taste buds. Sensational, isn't it?
Well, I've had worse, but not much.
Yeah, well, it's a new taste, you see, and you've got to get your palate used to the novelty of it, you know. I reckon in old days, you know, when he first invented ale, there were a lot of people walked around with long faces.
By the hell, Eddie, you've got a concoction there, haven't you?
Thank you, Squire. There's a man of taste and discernment, you see.
Yeah, with a bit of capital behind you, you should make a fortune out of that lot.
Hey, do you reckon?
Yeah, marvellous for unblocking dreams.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Len will be thrilled.
Nice to see you, love.
Oh, mutual.
Yeah, else, try some of my new cocktail.
If you don't want to commit suicide, don't touch it.
Well, I did have the impulse, but it passed.
I'll get you a proper drink, eh?
I thought you'd be down in Torquay this Christmas with your southern friends.
Yes, well, it wasn't for want of invitations, Hilda.
I was talking to that young couple what are buying your house the other day. Seem a nice couple.
Yes, they are. Very nice.
Very pleasant and well spoken. Oh, I'm looking forward to having them for neighbours. Be a nice change.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Hilda, but you won't be having them for neighbours.
How's that then?
Because I'm stopping. I'm back for good. You're stuck with me. Cheers.
Cheers, love.
Hope you've had something to eat.
I had a sandwich. That's all I wanted. We'll get something later on, eh? What are you doing?
Sewing me hem up. It's come down. Shouldn't you be getting ready?
Yeah. Any hot water?
Plenty for a bath. I've had mine.
Right.
Did you get me bracelet?
Honest, love, I haven't had a minute to myself all day.
I see.
I've been working in the middle of a council estate. How the hell am I supposed to buy a bracelet in the middle of a council estate?
Been there since Christmas, have you?
Look, as soon as I get a minute to myself, I'll get it for you, okay? I mean, I can't be in two places at once, can I? I'm not flaming Superman. I said I'd get it, and I'll get it.
Well, you better, Chuck. 'Cause I've said I've got it. And what do I get off your little pal, Elsie? Taking 'em long enough for a safety chain on, ain't it?
You shouldn't have said out.
What? When they ask you? When they ask you outright, what did your husband buy you for Christmas? What am I supposed to do? Tell them the truth? A lousy box of chocolates? 'Cause he left it too late till all shops were shut?
I'll get it tomorrow. No danger. Tomorrow, first thing, I'll get it. Better go and have my bath now, haven't I? Unless, with you looking so sexy...
There's a clean shirt in the airing cupboard on top of them towels.
Weatherfield 8463. Well, well, well. And a happy Easter to you and all. Well, I might have known you never phone unless you want something. Tonight? By heck, it's a bit short notice even for you. Well, I don't sit in on New Year's Eve waiting for you to phone, you know. Of course I'm going out. Certainly it's important. Oh, I know you're worth your whiles. Might make a difference. Hang on. Len! Len? It's Ralph Lancaster from Gatsby. Wants me to do a couple of spots. He's been let down. He's doubling my usual money.
I thought we were going to the Fiesta Club.
Yeah, I know. What shall I say?
Well, like I said, I thought we were going there.
Oh, do you want to?
Yeah, don't you?
Easy.
Well, I'm not. No, you deserve a night out. If I say we're going, we're going.
Ralph? Sorry, love.
Now then, guess who's coming to see you tonight? Uncle Ken. Yes. So, if you're a good girl and go straight to Bobo's, he might come and give you a good night's kiss. Yes, and he might even bring you a little present. Aren't we mercenary? He's coming all the way from Scotland just to take your mummy out. So, don't you go putting it about that she's past it. Now then, before I get too excited, are you sure?
I'm sure.
Even on New Year's Eve?
Particularly on New Year's Eve. We never went out at New Year.
Yeah, but...
I won't be alone, if that's what you're thinking.
Do you...
What?
Oh, it don't matter. Come on, madam, let's get you to bed.
Deirdre, one of the refreshing things about you is that unlike everybody else in this street, with the possible exception of Mrs. Sharples, you don't talk to me as if you're treading on eggshells. For heaven's sake, don't start now.
Well, do you talk to him? Ernest?
Often.
I've heard you, actually.
Well, I'm sure you must have. I ask him lots of questions, and he never gives me bad advice.
Marvellous, innit? I mean, mine's only in Holland, and for all the advice I get, he might just as
You're
well...
in grave danger of feeling sorry for yourself. You're not only seeing the old year out with Kenneth tonight.
I can't wait to see the back of it.
You're seeing the new year in, so who knows?
What the future may bring. Well, that's got me sorted out anyway. What about you?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm quite capable of taking care of myself.
So, don't you go putting it about that your Auntie Emily's past it either. Come on, let's say good night.
Good night, darling.
There.
That's a good
Come
girl.
on.
Good night.
Right, well, we'll leave the cases in here. I'll take them out later on. Uncle Albert! No answer, came the stern reply. Ooh, just as I thought, cold as charity. How are you with the frying pan?
Great.
Good. Well, you get cracking with the bacon and eggs, and I'll do a fire.
Where will he be?
Oh, heaven knows. He'd probably gone up to Beatty's. He was muttering something about getting his 1979 meal out of her before I left.
He should have been here. I wanted to surprise him.
Oh, don't worry, you will. And he won't be the only one either.
Do you think so?
Hello, Hilda.
Oh, hello, I'm sorry to bother you, but do you happen to have any change for the gas?
Yes, I think so. Come on in.
Thank you. It's very economic having your gas on the meter, but gets a bit inconvenient when you run out of 50p pieces.
Yes, I'm sure it does. Well, let's raid the family fortune, shall we?
I stole your packet of bacon. Hello.
Yes, I should think so. Go ahead, open it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise you had company.
That's quite all right, Hilda. There you are.
Oh,
Two
thank you very
50p
much.
pieces.
Making yourself something to eat, are you?
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I'm trying to light a fire.
Oh, yeah, well, I won't keep you then. I'll leave you with...
Yes, well, I'll see you to the door, Hilda.
Going out celebrating tonight, are we?
Hopefully, Hilda, yes.
Ta-ra, then. Nice to have met you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
What's that?
That was Hilda Ogden, the local snoop.
Why didn't you introduce me?
Ah, because I got a bit of a devil in me, didn't I? Don't worry, she'll find out soon enough.
She probably thinks I'm your girlfriend.
No, you're too old. That's £13.52, ladies.
£13.52?
You want to check it?
Oh, bye. I could have better be worth it.
So.
There you are.
Thank you.
Hey, if that redhead fella of yours complains we got the wrong beer, I'll murder him. New Year's Eve or no New Year's Eve.
You should have got yourself in there, lady.
Yeah, well, I don't like imposing on people, you know. Look, Kate, do you mind me asking what you're doing?
Yes, I'm sorting these bottles out. These 3 are ours, and those are what you're imposing on us. Or trying to.
Do you mean you're not going to take them?
There's a clever boy.
Hello, love. What can I get you?
Bottle of medium sherry, please.
Medium.
Well, what am I going to do with this lot?
Well, if you don't know where you got them from, there's a bottle bank in Percy Street. But you better hurry up because they'll be full tomorrow.
Thanks very much, and a happy new year to you and all.
Hello. How much do you get?
Don't expect caviar.
Oh, hello. I see your friend's back.
What friend's that, Hilda?
Ken Barlow. Not on his own, though. He's brought a young lady with him.
Oh, that's nice.
What young lady?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, I keep myself to myself. I don't ask them sort of questions.
Did he say he was bringing his daughter or anything?
Oh, he didn't mention it. He could have done, though.
It'll be his daughter.
Oh, aye. Well, if it was his daughter, why didn't he introduce me? Why was he frightened to death?
And was he frightened to death?
Well, he kept quiet about it, like you would. Oh, you just can't trust some folk, can you?
You can't, Hilda, and that's a fact. Ta-ra.
Do you know I'm sorry for that girl?
Yes, we can tell.
We're very lucky, you and me, you know. I mean, being settled, like. Although Mr. Roberts has to watch his health, hasn't he, bless him? Do you know I had an uncle with the same complaint? My auntie lived on a knife edge for years. Still, count your blessings, eh? We've both got good husbands. Now then, something for tomorrow's breakfast. Somewhat special.
Do you fancy prawn chow mein?
If I'd known there was hot pot, I wouldn't have had my tea.
There's always hot pot New Year's Eve.
Well, you can't remember it. It's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a year, actually. Exactly.
Go on again. Go on.
You're not pot free, is it? I'm afraid not, Mrs. Sharpless. No. Inflation's finally caught up with us, so there'll be a small token charge, I think.
Knowing her, that hot pot will be 30 bob a plate.
I should have known better. You get that for nothing these days.
No, not unless you come over on a boat from Vietnam.
I hope you don't mean that.
Of course I don't. It's just my clever way of saying things, that's all. By gum. You've only got to look in the papers to see how lucky you are. Mind you, it doesn't always work, does it?
You read it again. It'll work.
I suppose you're right.
Am I ever known to be wrong?
Yes, plenty of times. But I'll be generous seeing it's New Year.
We coming in here?
Well, just for one, say hello to the neighbours.
I could do without it one night. Bert, Ivy?
By heck, it's Princess Grace, innit?
Oh, isn't he nice? He's lovely. Except he doesn't know how old Princess Grace is.
Oh.
Or does he? He knows nought. Are you off out, I take it?
Yeah, well, you got a show willing, haven't you? Betty, love, can I have my usual and for my lovely lady there and for Bert, Ivy and Stan, please?
That's right.
Nice alphabetical, please.
Happy New Year, darling.
Give it a chance, it's not here yet.
Neither will we be any minute. Whatever Ian and Nancy having, please.
Okay,
And one for yourself, sweetheart.
Coming it a bit, aren't you?
It's only once a year, isn't it?
So's Christmas.
By gone, them two don't seem to have much of festive spirit in them.
Eh? Oh, sorry, love, I wasn't listening.
Stop fibbing.
Yeah.
You found somewhere special, I take it? Yeah, we're trying that new club in town, the Fiesta.
Hello. You must have a bit of influence then. Well, a mate of mine at work tried to boot there a couple of weeks back for tonight, but he didn't stand a dog's chance. Boot out solid. Still, if you're an ex-councillor, you know what I mean?
Got tickets, have we?
Well, they never said out in the paper about having to book. I'll go and check, shall I?
Hey, Rita, I'm sorry about that, love.
Hey, is that the lot?
What?
Is that the lot?
Let's hope so, love.
Hello.
You were back.
Oh, did you? Did you hear about...
You might be able to fool Hilda Ogden, but you can't kid me. It's Susan, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Do I get a kiss?
Isn't she young?
Oh, you can come again. Come on, make yourselves at home.
It's never Susan.
Oh, it is, actually.
Oh, how lovely to see you again after all these years.
Hello, Mrs. Bishop. I'm sorry.
Yes, thank you, love. And it's Auntie Emily. Well, I won't say all the obvious things. You'll hear them often enough.
She's not bad, is she?
Not bad at all. Come on, let's all sit down.
Are you coming with us tonight, then?
And no.
Yuck.
I didn't say yuck. No, there's a disco on across the road that sounds rather nice.
Yes,
so-
well, just before you get too settled in, young lady, remember how long it takes you to get yourself ready.
Father, don't be so polite. We've only just met.
They're not stopping, you know. I mean, the minute it chimes midnight, we're going home.
Don't worry, I'm with you.
Hey, up. Painted the town red, are we? Oh, what have I said?
Ask Jim will fix it.
Love, your hair looks
Not a damn thing anywhere. I'm just saying every club in town's booked up.
Hey, you want to try the Gatsby? They've always got places there. No offence, love.
None taken, Chuck. Except it's the one place we can't go, thanks to you.
Hey, do you want to check up with Lancaster, see if he still wants you there tonight?
No, I don't. It's bad enough me knowing what sort of a husband I've got, without telling the whole world.
It's not bad, this. I did try that, didn't I? I mean, you can crack on that this is the fiesta.
Why not? I've had an imaginary Christmas. I'll have an imaginary New Year.
It's 9 o'clock. Oh, where did you get that outfit from?
Gran, she bought me it for Christmas.
Oh, did she? Well, she should know better.
Don't you like it?
Well, yes, but...
Well, that's all that matters then.
Now, where've you been?
How beaties? Where do you think?
Yeah, well, I didn't know, did I? I mean, you didn't leave a note.
Well, I didn't know what time you were coming back. Traipsed all the way across town and back again. And what do you think they give me for my tea? Sandwiches, flipping egg sandwiches.
I'm going home. It's just like that at Glasgow.
No, what are you doing here?
I've come to see you, haven't I?
Yeah, let's have a look at you. Ah,
Well, what do you think?
smashing.
You mean you like it?
Well, lasses wear dresses like these days. A bit behind times, isn't he?
It certainly is.
Well, look.
Hi, your door was open.
Hi.
Evening, everybody.
Ah.
Oh, I like that.
I like that too.
Oh, right, tomorrow night we'll swap.
The deal.
I don't think that'd suit me, though.
Where are you going?
Across the centre, there's a disco on.
Right, well, I'll walk you over then. And then I'll pop into Rover, see New Year in. I think I'm entitled to a bit of pleasure.
Nobody's denying it.
Right, well, come on in a moment.
See you later.
Bye.
See you, love. Have a nice time.
Terrific.
Oh, Uncle Albert.
What?
Here you are. Buy yourself a drink.
No, I don't want your money, lad.
All right, we'll use it to buy other people a drink then.
Right, I might do that. Ta-da.
Right.
Ta-da.
Come on, love.
And then again. Right, you ready?
Hey, you know this club we're going to tonight? Is it going to be very noisy and full?
Well, I'm afraid tonight all clubs will be noisy and full.
Oh, it seems a shame, doesn't it? When this place is so empty and peaceful.
You know, there are times when other people are totally unnecessary. And tonight is one of those times.
Where was it we nearly went to?
The fiesta.
Sounds horrible.
It's only some grotty place in town, but because we can't get in, it's turned into flaming paradise.
Well, I like that woman, aren't they?
I can't pay. I've got no.
I've just seen you change your fiver.
Well, you shouldn't be looking then, should you?
Well, it's been a bad 10 years, that's all I know. The savage separatists. No other word for it. Terrorism, murder. Yeah, not to mention a lorry coming through your front wall.
Hey, have we got anybody for first footing?
No, indeed. Could I have quiet, please? One volunteer required for first footer.
Yeah, Mr. Walker.
Braid your hair disqualifies you, Mr. Yates. What's up? Can't you wait to get that tot of whiskey down, you love?
Oh, Alf, you man. Come on, Robert's on your way.
Come on, Alf.
Yeah, come on, Ben.
Well, it's only 22.
No,
Come on,
slow.
Alf.
Come along, love. One piece of coal.
Specially blessed by Arthur Scargill.
No blasphemy, Fred. One twist of salt and one tot of whiskey.
Right, love.
Now, you'll hear St Mary's chiming the hour. Off you go.
Right, see you next year then.
See you next year. Cheers.
Hey, he's right, you know. It's only 1:45.
Better to be sure than sorry.
Well, yeah.
Hello.
You going to attack 3 defenceless women, love, we're here.
Oh, no, it's not like that. No, I'm first footed up Public Corner.
My God, they've got you at it early. It's only just 1:45.
It's approximately 14 3/4 minutes to.
Oh, they told me I was slow.
Oh, you're never slow. Is he, girls? Come and have a quick drink with us.
Oh, no.
Hey, corner in Bessie Street.
Bessie
You
Street.
want it?
Well, I wouldn't mind it. Hey, listen, if I do, I'm...
And we'll have you back from the ball
As
before
long
you
as I am
let
back,
us
because
off.
I've got a whole bowl of salt in my pocket.
There's no bottle, are you, look?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
No, not yet. Wait for the first button. Fred,
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
go and see where he is.
Oh, righto. It's not there.
I knew this would happen. I just knew it.
Well, take a walk up street, Fred.
Yeah, go on, Fred.
Yeah, go on.
He'll be around
He'll
be in the mission.
Alf! Alf! Where the devil are you, you daft bat? Hey, Alf!
Hey, old Fred!
Where the devil have you been, Alf?
I've been to a party. There must be 300 or 400 women.
300 or 400 women?
I've had about 5 double. Well, there's a lot of them. It's only in Bessie Street.
Can anybody come?
Oh, what name is this?
No chance. 300 or 400 women.
Come on, then.
Get on, Alf.
Hey, there's one of them.
Don't
There's-
care.
there's
I only
just
want
your
3.
type. I
3 will
know.
do me.
No, but she's...
You think we need something to drink?
I got her a bottle of medium sherry.
Yeah, well, she might have drunk that by now.
Oh, hello. Could I speak to Len Fairclough, please?
Yes, no. Len? Len, telephone.
Right, thanks. Down. Fairclough.
Just say hello, Jock. Don't ask why. Just say hello, Jock.
Hello, Jock.
Listen, it's Fred. Look, I'm here with Alf, 32 Bessie Street. Got that? There's me, him, the Dagenham Girl Pipers, and enough booze to float a battleship. So listen, grab a few of the lads and get over here sharpish. You heard, listen. 32 Bessie Street. Hey,
What's happening?
just say Happy New Year to you. Get over here sharpish. Put the blow down and get over here, lad. I'm telling you.
Happy New Year to you, Jock.
Who with that?
There's a mate of mine from Liverpool.
He sounded Scottish to me.
Yeah, it was, Jock Henderson. He's staying in Liverpool for the moment, you see. He's had a few. He's just ringing up, wishing people Happy New Year.
How did you know you were here?
I don't know, he probably just guessed.
Good guesser. I didn't know you'd be here.
Get over to 32 Bessie Street, mate. There's a hoodie going on there. Tell Bert, will you?
He's not properly better, you know. I just don't care what he says. He's not properly better.
Oh. Hey, shall we get a few of the lads together and go out and look for them?
Oh, would you, Len?
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Bert, go in and see if you can see Alf.
All right, my sweet.
I'll go and old Squire.
Here, what about you, Stan?
Oh, my back's playing me up.
Come on, lads, come on. Come on, don't worry about us. We'll look all night if we have to find them.
It's comforting to think there's still some Christian spirit left in the world.
Hi, it's Roy. This is my father. And Deirdre, this is Roy. Hi. He walked me back from the disco, so I made him a cup of coffee.
Oh, good. Hello, Roy.
Hi. Well, I best be off. Thanks for the coffee.
And thanks for the company. You've got my number if you're in Glasgow.
I have, yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Night, Roy.
Night.
Like a cup of coffee?
Oh, yes, I'd love one.
Great, make yourselves comfy.
Well, they're not like they were when I was young.
I wonder what they've been doing.
Same as us, do you reckon?
Well, the grown men just don't flaming disappear.
Oh, I don't know. There's that big puddle at bottom at street. Maybe they've all drowned in that. You know, like Bermuda Triangle. Oh, stop worrying about their health and start thinking about what you're going to hit them with when they come back. They'll have found a party somewhere. They'll be living it up.
Hey, shall I go and see if I can find them?
Your back's playing you up. Stop where you are.
My Alf wouldn't have gone to a party. I mean, he's just not like that.
I'm inclined to agree. And so am I. For all we know, something dreadful might be happening to them at this very moment.
Those three lads need a good excuse tomorrow on Plus, and that's at the same time. Coming up next, though, Poirot's The Big Sleuth in Little Italy.